Hey, good evening, everyone. Buddy Carafano. First one here at 10. Pretty cool. Well, I guess it's 11 where you are. But right now, double points because Kim's not here. So you're probably going to get, I don't know, what she give the first person now? 3 points? I don't know. You're going to get 6 points, probably. Barracuda, how you doing? And Braden's here. Good evening. And Patrick Sullivan. Hello, Buff and Kim. Yeah, but Kim's not here, but Kim will be here. I just talked to her. She's in the car. She's on her way here. Because Thursday night she has something else to do. So it's like, they almost overlap, but not quite. But there's some drive time. So, yep, she's got to drive. She's got the Jeep. So, nice, reliable car. Not that the other two aren't. The other two we drove all the way to Missouri and back with very few problems. Gearhead, how you doing? The only problems we had were her started using a lot of gas. Don't know why. We haven't figured that one out. She get like 6 miles a gallon with a slant six. And then mine, of course, the window came off the track again. But yeah, just I duct taped it back up, and that happened early. So we I just lived with it all weekend. So we got to bring my car in here and take the door apart again. But at least I didn't break the glass. Stray Bullet, good evening. How you doing? And Bruce Colchin, how you doing? Uh, Tom Anderson, good evening. Yeah, Kim's not here yet, but she will be. She will be. I talked to her on the phone. She's on her way. Uh, Carpano, what topic pictures do you want for Tuesday night? Man, my memory is so bad. What did we say? I don't remember what we said. Um, Man, you know how I usually remember what to do. I go look at my email, and usually you've sent me stuff, and that gets my mind back on track. So you're the one that reminds me what our topic is. So I don't know. When Kim gets here, we'll try to remember. Don't know. And Lester LeSaber's here. Good evening. Crash is Roadrunner Garage. And Colby Queso. Good evening. DF Repair, David from Alberta. How are you doing? How are things up there? It's probably starting to get to be the cold white north. Is it getting cold up there? Man, I can feel it cooling off here, but it's not cool. It's just not so blistering hot. Um, Stray bullet. Gee whiz, it's getting kind of late. Well, yeah, Kim has a meeting on Thursday nights, and the meeting gets out. I don't know. It's before 10. Well, it's 10 our time when we start here, but the meeting gets out before that usually, and then she's got some drive time. So I call her to make sure that she's on her way. So she's on her way. Cope says good video at Lambert's. Oh, thank you. Roy Korsmeyer, how you do? Good evening. San Luis Obispo Gassers. Oh yeah, we were talking about doing some gassers. I guess Roy and I are old friends from way back, old roommates from way back, like God, what, 50 years ago, driving tow trucks. So Roy had a friend that had a '63 Chevy that was sitting like way up in the air with a straight axle, goofy looking car. Looked like it was going to flip over, but everybody thought it was cool because it was sitting up real high. And we were on the phone talking about that thing. So I don't know. I don't especially like that style, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could do that. I asked him for a picture of that car, and he didn't have one. He had a picture of one that was similar. If gas is in hello. Uh, oh man, this was like in 1970 probably. I got my license in 1970, and that car he was a couple of years older than me, the guy that had it. He's driving that thing around. I think I could have driven under it. It was sitting so high, and it was either a 348 or a 409. I don't remember which. It was one of those engines, that looks like a 409 anyway, and it was '63 Chevy Impala, or I think it was Impala, set up real high. Blue Grid, how you doing? Yeah, we could have used some cool weather last weekend. One day, what was it? Friday, it cooled off substantially, and it was a little bit cloudy in the morning. But then, and I guess it even rained some. So, but the rest of it was kind of warm. Uh, race gassers in San Luis Obispo, down the middle of the street. There were two one-way streets. There's Higuera Street going this way. Stores on both sides. 3 lanes going one way. Everybody go down that street. Blah, 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 real slow. Wave at the girls. Hope to get some attention. And then Mars Street went the other way. You go down all the way to the end. You turn back, and then there's 3 lanes going the other way. And you go up there. And of course, the police park in parking lots, and they come after you. And then you go back down Hydra Street again, and you keep doing this loop. So, yeah, good way to get in trouble. Steve Edwards here. Hey, how you doing? You like the Grant? Oh, man, I put that thing in the car, turned it on, set the SWRs, and I've got a fire stick on the trunk. And that thing, the SWR is like 1 point. It moves the needle a little bit. It isn't even 1.1. And it's like, oh, man. And all the way the other end of the dial, it's like, 1.1 maybe. It's really good. Okay, it was a 409 and a 4-speed in that Chevy. Anyway, I knew it was one of those engines. But anyway, I've got a bare spot out here that's no trees, no buildings around. I went out there and parked. And, with the antenna on the trunk, I can kind of aim the car a little bit. And off the nose, I figure, is where it's going to be somewhat directional. Man, I was talking to somebody in California right away on 30. I was on 34 lower sideband because I was just dialing around. I heard this guy, so I talked to him. He came back to me. I was like, "Holy crap, this is Barefoot Station," And the next night, but the skip was starting to go away. It was getting to be evening time, so I did the same thing the next night. Went out there, and I could hear stuff from Jamaica. So I kind of turned the car toward that direction. Man, right away, contact in Jamaica. I was amazed how, and I've never been able to do that with AM on anything. Yeah, I talked skip before, but not just reliably quick like that. It's pretty nice. And then we went to No Name Nationals, and I stuck a what radio? I think it was I don't remember, one of the newer little AM/FM President radios. Can't think of which one it is. Little cheap AM/FM. Put it in Kim's car, plugged it in a cigarette lighter, put a magnet mount on the top of her car, so we could talk to each other, So we had that going over there and coming back, so we could get separated a little bit. It didn't matter, we could still talk to each other. So yeah, radio's great, man. I'm glad I bought that thing. So hey, if any of you are into CBs and you don't have one and you want a good one, Steve Edwards here is Boat Anchor CB Radio. I forget what your channel is, but it's Boat Anchor something. But he's always fixing radios up. Gets old radios, fixes them up. He put some new capacitors in mine and tuned it up, and whatever he did, it works. Pretty good stuff. I guess you could put paddles on and race them at Pismo. You know what happened at Pismo? Pismo and Grover Beach and Oceano, there's a lot of sand out there, so there's a lot of sand rails and stuff out there. But that's a whole different kind of racing. 30, it's a gearhead. 39 is way too long to be working anywhere. Not sure what that is. Vintage is here. Hey, how you doing? You'll be here for a little bit till you go to bed. I've been at work for 39 hours so far. Yeah, you got one of those jobs. He's an ambulance driver, so it's kind of like being a firefighter. You're just on duty, and when something happens, you run, even if you're tired. So yeah, he's got that. See, Vintage. Oh yeah, he tells you that. I work in the EMS. I have my own little room and a bed. It's basically just getting paid to sit around all day. Yeah, until you got to run, and then you got to do everything perfect. Vintage is really racking up the overtime hours. Let's see here. Gearhead 10-4 Vintage. 10-4. Blue Grit says, back in the day, there was a saying you can't outrun the radio. You were far enough ahead, you had a chance to outrun it. Well, you got to have if you're talking about the police, there's got to be a cop up ahead of you that's got a radio, But yeah, of course. If there is, you're screwed. One time I got a ticket, 63 Plymouth, going down Highway 101 along the coast in California, going like hell. And I had two friends with me, and one of them goes, "Hey, there's a car catching up to us." And I'm going over 100 miles an hour. I look up in the mirror. It was nighttime, and I see those 72 Dodge Polaris. The headlights are really low to the ground. I look up, and I see this thing coming up behind me. I'm going 105, and this thing's catching up to me quickly. And I'm like, oh no. Let off of it, and it was a 72 Dodge Polara, California Highway Patrol, and of course he got me. I ended up in trouble over that one. You know what cured me of that was going out and get my pilot's license, because then I'm allowed to go up and act stupid, scare the shit out of myself. So, yeah. Let's see, stray bullet. Some of the drag racers put paddles on their card and race them in sand. Oh yeah, probably. I hear a car pull up outside. Probably Kim. Yeah, gearhead sand drags are fun to watch. Oh yeah, stray bullet, nice rooster tails and all that. It's not a place that I was. Yeah, I go out there sometimes with people, but I never built a car for that. Gearhead says, "Man, I miss Feed Channel." Oh, Kim, what are you doing?
Nothing. I was just delivering.
You'd like you're throwing stuff already.
I might throw in something.
Pedal to the metal. Give that old slant six to beans.
Oh yeah, Mike, it really launched okay.
It did. It just started using a lot of gas for some reason.
I don't know what was going on.
We were coming home and like she's like, I gotta get gas, and I'm like, I used like an eighth of a tank of gas. And she gets gas, and then we go a little further, and she goes, I gotta get gas, and I'm like, what? And I've used like now a quarter tank of gas.
I didn't need gas yet, but I could see like, and I wasn't sure if maybe it was the gauge, but then when I filled up, I put a whole 10 whole gallons in. I'm like, there's no way I used that much fuel already. It was thirsty.
Let's see here. Vintage says, I just have plenty of back roads to go out and scare myself on. Here's hoping I'll be driving my Scamp within a week and scaring myself. Yeah, be careful with that stuff.
Vintage Adventure is here. Welcome.
Oh, yeah. There's
so
a lot.
Much fun talking to you.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to select this.
Queso's here. Hey, welcome.
I forgot
Gearhead, Mike and Braden's
we got
here.
a ton of people here.
There is so much good content from that event. I hope you've been able to follow some of what went down. It was so much fun.
We had a good time.
We'll be talking about it for too long.
Well, and you can't talk about it too much.
Yeah.
Because then it just gets old. But there's things we'll say something about.
But and it's something great that we look forward to.
Meeting Vintage there, he gets a lot done. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
That guy, he helps people. He's just like full of energy, and he's a pretty good racer. Oh, you bought something. She bought red things. What are these? They look like strut rod bushings. Oh, they're the bushings for the Bronco, for the whatever you call those things. They're kind of like strut rods.
This is what was there. This is what I found.
This is a bad one.
You can't really tell on the camera.
This is a good one.
That's a good one. This little piece is this big red piece.
Yeah, and Atlanta Custom Classics says aloha. Did you move to Hawaii, or you just say aloha? See my new Ford Falcon van project. I think I did. I did see that.
Yet. I'll be looking for it.
What gear are you running to suck that much gas? Oh no, something went wrong. It didn't used to suck that much.
It's got a 345 rear end in it, so I know it would. The RPMs would be kind of high. I'm wondering if there's some kind of restriction in the air filter, or maybe the float is way too high.
Well,
or maybe the gas tank was leaking a little bit again, but I looked underneath. I couldn't see anything leaking.
We stopped on the way, and she had the air cleaner off, looking at it, tapping on the carburetor, thought maybe the float was stuck, but it was running good. It sounds good. So, I don't know, she messed with it a little bit, and it's just, let's get going. It was hot, and the car doesn't have AC, so she's running with the blasting 95-degree air on her, coming up I-40, so, we wanted to get home. And,
we made the decision, the car is running fine, and it's just using more gas than it should be. We're just going to keep driving. It'll be easier to fix at home, and we'll be able to rest.
And then
right. Everybody was every time while we were driving, people were siphoning the gas.
And Luis's mom is Larissa, and happy birthday, Larissa.
Yeah, cool.
Let's see. I don't know. I got so much to talk about.
I told you you'd have no shortage of things to say.
Coming up, we stopped and messed with the car a little bit, and then got me gas, and then kept going. Oh, and some guy came along and offered me $35,000 for my car.
He did not.
I should have taken it.
He said that's what it was worth.
Oh yeah, I think that thing's worth $35,000.
Do you know how much that car is worth?
I should have gone sold. Yeah. Anyway, so we drove off from that idiot. He was a nice guy. I think he over decided
Might
my
be
car was worth more.
overestimating you.
So then we got to the exit we take to come home because we got to come north a bit from I-40, and there was a Subway there, so we pulled in there, and Kim was just burning up, hot and tired. We went in. She says, "I need to just settle down for a few minutes." So we went in there. It was air conditioned. It felt good. We got a Subway, and man, it was good because I was hungry, and I normally don't eat those things, but it was good. Oh yeah, she got a cookie.
It was too hot to eat a bunch.
And I got a 6-inch tuna with a bunch of vegetables on it. Man, that was good. Let's see. Vintage says wing windows made my drive home so much nicer. Kim had wing windows. She's got, crank around backwards so they're blasting.
Yeah.
It's like a hair dryer on her face.
Yeah, blasting hot air.
Yeah, you should have told him $20K and it's yours. I don't want to do that. I don't want to give that car for $20K. What am I going to buy? I'm going to have to do it again. Now $35K, I'd have a hard time saying no.
If you said 35, I'd have a hard
take it out of. I have a hard time saying. I would have had to get in your car again, gotten home riding in the dark like I did last year. Yeah. And my car was loaded. Man, my car was loaded with tools. It was sitting low in the back end coming home. It was sitting low in the back end going and coming home, but while we were there, we unloaded it all. So, it was sitting up at a normal height there.
Oh, you need to get this in, but in order to get this in, I got to move the whole
Blue Grit says, are the plugs wet or black? I guess you have not had a chance. No, all we did, we're out on the road, How much do you want to do out on the road when the car runs well? It's like, okay, we got a little further to go. Let's just use too much gas and go home. And then we can pull it in the shop and work on it instead of being out there and just go home.
Yeah.
Just go home.
Yeah, we were hot and tired and we just pulled it out. So we'll see. It ran great. It launched so good at the track. It was fun. It was a good time.
Andrew Button's here. Good evening.
It wasn't fast, of course, but it was quick for Slant 6. And it rode good, just the fuel problem. And the other thing is I want to put the turbo on it. So I don't really want to. If it's a carburation problem, I just don't even want to deal with it. It's going to be a different carburetor with the turbo anyways.
See, Braden says they just got a 9-week-old chocolate lab male. We named him Hank, and he's in bed whining. He's been doing that a lot. We just got him Sunday. Yeah, you got to put him up in your lap, man. Make him feel wanted. He whatever he had, he doesn't have that anymore, and he's got to be part of your family now. And
he misses
his family. Give him lots of closeness. He'll be a good dog. Eaton M90. What were we talking about? Well, we don't want to give away all our plans now because we're just discussing what we might do in the future.
We've been collecting parts for the turbo for a couple years. We got the turbo with the Valiant, and I have half manifolds that we have to braze and stuff like that. I didn't want to do that in the summer, and we wanted to, it's a later.
Turbo's a 2024.
The M90 is nice, but we don't have the belt drive for it. We just have a V belt. I don't.
The first guy in the fives was Dylan Levi. He's been there all 4 years at No Name Nationals. The first 3 years he broke, and it's a turbocharged LS engine, big freaking turbo LS engine, and everything's all electronic. And he's a tuner, and he's working with his laptop, and he took a John Wilburn's friend. She got in the car with him to take a ride, and he turned 585 with a passenger. So he was the first one to break into the fives. But that's a turbo car.
It is so 2024 though. We sort of missed the boat on the turbos. We were just busy. We weren't really prepared.
You know what?
Like, it was so much to do, and we just didn't have all the resources to make it happen.
Olive pop in? Somebody's saying hi to Olive. I didn't see Olive.
We're where we are now, and we're just going to move forward with the plans we want to have. We're going to do what we want to do. Like, nobody cares what we do as long as we're doing something, so we're going to do what we like.
I made a list of things we kind of want to do in here, and just quickly counted down the list, and it was, 22 things? Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
What did I end up turning in the Zephyr? What was the best time I broke out?
11:46 was your best time.
That didn't sound right. It was
1146. Yeah. You
Sure
broke
wasn't
out
12.
when it was 11.
That was 12 something. It was 11.
Oh, you're
Oh,
right. It was 1246 was your best
1246.
time. My car was in the 1160s. My car was like a second faster than yours.
You put down what 1260 on mine because I didn't know what to put on there.
And he broke
So
out.
I was out there and there's a Tesla S next to me. I'm like, who brings a Tesla to an event like this? I don't know. So there he is. So we had some practice runs before the races. So it's one of those runs. So I'm out there, and the announcer goes, Buff Del Campo's gonna be way down the track before the Tesla gets the green. Well, he's right. So I get the green. I take off. I'm going down the track, and I look in the mirror, and the Tesla's still sitting there. And I glance up the mirror, and the Tesla's still sitting there. Glance up the mirror, and the Tesla's going. And I see him. He's like a fighter jet coming up behind me, man. Comes out, goes whoosh, across the finish line right when I went across. I was going like 55 when I crossed finish line, and he was going like 106 or something. Jeez. But I thought I beat him, and because it was so close. But he won. He got the white slip,
yeah.
and I got the yellow one. So I thought, nah, he beat me. Well, then I figured out what happened. I broke out.
He learned a lot.
I broke out.
He had a good time learning how bracket racing works.
I was a tenth of a second quicker.
I thought I had explained it to him, but it's like one of those things, like until you do it and then you understand it.
Oh, well, you know what?
Welcome in. Olive got an advertisement for eBay used clothing. I've gotten that ad before. So you get 2 points, Olive. Thank you. Okay, so go back.
So I understand it. It's just you don't really get it till you do it, you know? And I get up there, I know how to stage. I know everything, you know? It's like I wouldn't have known. There was a guy there. It came up and he blasts right through there, and he's sitting there ready. And they're like, you know, the announcer says, you know, what'd you do? Put your back tires on the, you know? They backed him up.
Making fun of him a little bit.
And then he did it again. But the people up there working on the track were real patient with the guy and talked to him and moved him back. And what happened with me was Kim rode with me, and
I did a ride along twice, so he would feel comfortable and get.
So I learned everything from Kim. And then I went out there by myself. I understood what was going on. I did it. It was fun. So, yeah. What the heck?
Well, no, we did a video of me doing the ride along and talking you through it. Yeah. He didn't need much guidance. He was fine. He was just...
No, but it's like I wouldn't have known. Like you said, okay, the guy gives thumbs up. You got to pull up there. I didn't even see that. You know, it's like, oh, okay, you got to look for that.
Well, there's a lot going on your first time.
So absolutely. I didn't know that. So
it's exciting.
Gary, I'm so tired of AI created garbage. Some of the new...
Yeah, Jed's dad from Scott's Speed Shop staged on the back tires. He said that, but he didn't really. He just didn't know where the beams were.
Yeah, and it ended up about on the back tires. He didn't try to do that. It just happened.
The red bushings are for the strut rods for this Bronco II. The strut rods go back instead of forward on the Bronco.
Very good. Did you get any English Ford Zephyrs there? No. I don't think we saw any British cars, did we? Man. I don't think so. There was a Toyota MR2 that I thought it was a newer one. I thought it was a Porsche when I saw it, but it was a Toyota MR2.
I don't really think it looked like a Porsche, but I guess you didn't know.
Andrew Button says, "Oh, you already read that. Are those red bushings for the Mopar? No, they're for this Bronco. Yeah, look at the bushings that she had. So I think these have had it. I mean, all she had was a half of one.
Ooh, this tire is go flat, isn't it?
Okay, he probably just wanted a car link. Mark Silve, hello, it's late. I was about 4 hours from home. Well, that's okay. I mean, you're not that late.
Oh, you didn't miss much.
What time is it? 23 minutes in, but that's okay.
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
So what?
I just got here, and who knows what he said.
Yeah, you were late too. But
Thanks everybody for stopping in.
She's always late on Thursday night. We know that.
Yeah.
I call her usually 2 or 3 minutes before I go live, and she's usually driving. So it's like, okay, we know that.
It's always sort of an optional stream, but we like it.
Barracuda says, in America, I meant. English Ford Zephyr. So, oh, Zephyr's in America. Oh, God, like a long time ago. What were those things? Man, what were those British? Oh, maybe they were German. The Ford, man, I can't think of what those things were called. I'll think of it. There was a German car It was a Ford back in the late 50s up to like the mid 60s, and they had those things around here, but I don't. I can't recall the name right now. And I kind of liked them because you could have probably put a American V8 or something in them, and they would have gone real good. They were 4-cylinder cars. Oh, where's that wires?
Sorry.
Wires.
Technical things. Technical.
Let's
Technicianing.
see.
They might want to see what I'm doing. I don't know. Should we do camera?
Stray Bullet says tariffs, Barry. Every country has tariffs. Every country has tariffs except the U.S. until recently.
Oh yeah.
Now, whether we
don't
agree,
like it
now, yeah, because America finally came
we gave
through.
them a taste of their own
Gave a
medicine.
taste of their own medicine. But I'm not sure I'm for it. I would rather there just be free trade between everybody, because then we wouldn't have these problems. But I don't know. Politicians, they're going to do what politicians do, and they want us to keep arguing with each other so we don't come after them, and that's just the way it is. So I think what Barry's talking about are probably older cars, which have been here forever. God, what were those cars called? What are those German Fords that were here in the 60s? Landon says, I'm all sick and stuff. Catch y'all later. Oh, Landon, that doesn't sound good.
Get some rest.
Yeah, get some rest. Whatever's getting you. Now, it's not an Anglia, although we had those around here. Why can't I think of what those things are? What are those German cars? This is before Kim's time.
Those German
cars? Yeah, they were German Fords. Who knows? Somebody's going to get points here.
Cars.
Somebody's going to get points here if they. Nobody's old enough here to remember those things.
No.
This is my dead brain. I can never remember names. I just can't remember names.
Give them a challenge to remember something that you came up. That's always good for content.
I can just see them in front of me. I just know what they. Got it. Landon's sick, and he got it. Good job. You could get 5 points for that because he's sick. Taunus.
What was it?
Taunus.
Oh, I would never guess.
The Taunus. Yeah, the early Taunus kind of looked like a 56 Ford, and then the later Taunus looked like a narrow, tall Thunderbird-looking thing. And Roy Korsmeyer says Merca. I don't know what a Merca is.
Like America.
Oh, like a Mercury. Now those are really later. Those are like in the 80s. The Taunus was the one I was thinking of. Yeah, I really liked those cars, but they're all gone. Jeez, it's too bad because they're kind of a nice looking car. Let me see if I can. See, now I got to get my phone out, get a picture. We also got the Mercury. Yeah, the Mercury was much later than the Taunus. But I remember those things all over the place. And I'm surprised there aren't more of them around now. I don't know why they're all gone. Because, let's see, how can I do this?
I'm falling.
There it is. See if I can turn it this way. Gonna do a John Wilburn. Taunus, these things. Those things were around. There weren't lots of them, but we had them. Very clear. My dad had a defect with running boards. Oh man. So anyway, Royd's calling me. Should I take a call while I'm on? Quickly, I guess. Hey, we're doing it live. Hey. Hello? Okay. I hung up on him. He's in here in the chat. Right. I took the call, which I never do during a live, but I took it and then you weren't there. So, Mark Sauvé. I'm 62 and I've never heard of a Taunus until now. Yeah, you're 9 years older than me. So, Yeah, it's a '60s car. It was a '50s car. It looked kind of like a '56 Ford with the same taillight arrangement as a '56 Ford, and then that ran up to about maybe 60 or so. And then the one I showed the picture of, that was like early '60s, early to mid '60s. And then I don't know, they just disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. I knew old mechanics that worked on them. Like when I was really young, just getting into being a mechanic in 1971. And the older mechanics I knew then, you'd say Taunus, and they just go, "Ugh, I don't want to work on those. Those are terrible cars." But I always looked at them like, open up the engine compartment, it looked like, oh, 289 or a 302 will fit in there. You know, that's kind of what I was thinking. Mrs. One-Eyed Cat's here. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, click on the
Click on the something.
other camera 2. See if it comes up.
Dual cam 2.
See if camera 2 comes up. Camera 2.
Oh, there it is. We got the a front wheel.
Maybe I should zoom out a little more.
They can see your pants.
Okay. Got new pants.
Oh, geez. Okay. John Candy is one of my favorites. I don't know. Braden says UK Ford Cobra. All right, Kim. Nobody's giving super chats. You're not supposed to dance till you get super.
Look at you.
My.
Not supposed to dance until we get money.
Yeah, we got a Ford Bronco II here.
Maybe I'm just happy and want to dance.
Okay, you're happy you want to dance. Maybe we'll get super chats.
Like looking at
Maybe we'll get super chats and oh man, you're all wiggly over there.
Sorry.
What camera are we on? That big one. You're on the big camera.
How's the contrast? Not too bad.
No, it looks fine. You see me from the side, and nope. Now you see the side. Now you see the scraped up side.
What do you got now? Too much?
Yeah, Mark Sauvé says, "LOL, Buff, pimping out Kim." Well, you know when somebody gives a super chat, I do this. I reach over and I turn on the lights on the Studebaker, and she dances. And it's just something, you know. Oh, what happened to the mic? Why'd the mic quit working?
Scroll down.
Can you guys hear us? Oh yeah, okay. There's the mic.
It's there.
It was just down behind the bar graph. Went down behind something. Let's see here. Very good. I've heard you got Vauxhalls in America, sold at Pontiac dealers. That was way long time ago. I think the Vauxhalls here were all like late 50s, early 60s. And by the time I was driving, those were all gone. I did see, when I was in England, of course, there were Vauxhalls. Okay, what are you doing? You're going to turn my camera. Oh, you're going to center me up. And you're going to make it so people can see the Studebaker. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Stray Bolt says we had the Austin cars in America. We sure did. Olive says I'm also wearing jeans that fur while doing laundry. Fit. Okay, that fit while I'm doing laundry. Man, we got home from No Name Nationals, and I'd taken a big black garbage bag. I just kept putting all the dirty clothes in it. So I got back. First thing I did, went in the laundry room, dumped that in the washing machine, turned it on. It's like, we are going to have clean clothes. Man, that was the first thing I did. I'm glad I did. Luis says, yes. I'm not sure what yes is about. Vintage says, I'm going to try for some sleep. Good night. Okay. Yeah, take care. And good meeting you out there in Missouri. And hope to see you next year. Vintage, yeah. So, yep. And try to get some sleep so you can work.
Oh, speaking of work, I think tomorrow I'm going to help John Hart assemble his grill. He got a new grill.
Got a new grill. Is that something to cook on, or is that to be in front of a car?
No, for cooking.
For cooking, okay.
Yeah, he's nice. He cooks for people when we have events and stuff. He said his son might help him. So I don't know. If it gets long-winded, I'll be done. But it's probably easy to put a grill. How hard can it be to put a grill together?
Mrs. One-Eyed Cat, I'm good. I'm back to work today. I was off for 2 weeks. 2 weeks probably felt good.
Yeah.
Everyone missed me at work. I was greeted and got hugs.
Nice.
Well, it was good to see you at the event. I mean, you know, we got caught in this giant traffic jam on the way down there on I-40. 2 hours and 12 minutes just parked on the interstate. That's not fun. And it was hot. God, it was like 95 degrees when we were sitting there.
It was. It was like
terrible. So there was a big ditch in the middle. I was ready to just turn around and go home. I'd had enough. And because that ditch was so deep, I couldn't turn around. And Kim was in her car, I was in mine. We're talking on CB, I'm just really irritated and hot, So finally cleared out, and off we went. By the time I got to No Name Nationals, I was pretty happy we were there. And then, we're there all day Thursday, all day Friday, all day Saturday. And when we're leaving, Kim's going, man, I don't want to leave. All my friends are here. I said, yeah. I said, I didn't want to leave the house. Now I don't want to leave here, So Andrew Button says, check my mail. You know what? I'm in the shop.
I hardly got to see Miss One-Eyed Cat.
Yeah, me neither. I saw her, but not much.
What was she doing all weekend?
I think they were. Well, I saw One-Eyed Cat a lot, and he was trying to make his car run right.
Yeah.
So, Mark, what foreign cars do you want to bring to the U.S.? You know what? What I don't like. I am about politics. I really don't like politics because they manipulate us. And it's both sides. It's the whole thing. But one of the big political things is they've kept the little Japanese, what do they call those things? Kia cars or K cars or whatever they're. The little trucks and the little cars that they don't let us bring in. Man, would I like to bring those things in, And now they get them in and they don't let people register them or they deregister them. It's like, God,
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that's what I'd like to see come in. That one.
I don't know how to get this. I should have read it.
Let's see here. So Andrew, I'm gonna have to check the mail after I get home. Stray bullet. If the Russians don't start sending maybe means in Ladas, going to go over there and just take them. Ladas. No, a lot of shit. This one I kept. We got stuck in traffic for an hour and a half in PA. That is just never fun. Well, see, last year I was in that big crash. And by the time all the crash is done, I'm sitting there and all the dust clears. I'm backwards off the side of the road, and I look the direction I'm looking, which is where I came from. All I can see, it's straight road. All I can see is 2 lanes of traffic stopped, like for a mile that I can see. And I'm like, oh no, I hate getting in those things. And now I'm the cause of it. Although I didn't cause the accident. It wasn't an accident. It was on purpose. I didn't cause it. The guy that rammed me caused it. But it was not fun sitting there looking at all that, thinking, man, all these people are waiting because of this. Mohawk. Hey, Mohawk. Hey. Thank you, Mohawk. Hey, now he walked up. I didn't even know who he was. I'm like, I see his car and I know who he is, but then he walked up. I'm trying to. It's like I don't see everybody for a year, So I'm sorry about that, but thank you. He handed me a coin. It was pretty cool, military thing. That's a cool thing when you're in the military. Louis says, I love that movie. Celebrate 35th anniversary of this. Okay, I'm not sure what movie because I'm not a movie person. Olive says, what cars we get is more about corporate marketing than government. Than the government. Well, yeah, but I know you can't. I mean, people that have had those little Japanese cars, they deregistered some of them because they won't let you on the street with them. And it's just really sad because those things get they go a long ways on a little gas and a pretty cool little car, So, yeah. Well, corporations, government, they're sort of intertwined, obviously, and there's pressure somewhere not to let them do that. So who always gets the short end? The people that want those cars.
Consumer.
All right. This one I thought we were going to run out of gas. Man, I got stuck back in 2000, I was in Ohio working on the west side of the state, and I was in a car that I had on my car lot. I was in a little Oldsmobile Achieva that I'd driven over the west side of the state. I lived on the east side. So I'm over there, and I get a phone call, and my mother had died. And we knew that that was going to happen. But my father he's in California. He's really taking it rough. So I couldn't find flights. I got in that car and just hustled to California. No stopping, just went. And I got near, I don't know, somewhere in south of San Francisco, and I got stuck in a traffic jam from hell. And I'm sitting there. Oh, we just got an error. YouTube is not something are we streaming or what? I don't know what's happening. It looks like it's streaming. I don't know. But anyway, hopefully it's still streaming. I got in a traffic jam from hell, and I'm sitting there, and the gas gauge was getting real low, and I'm just watching it get lower and lower and lower, and I'm thinking, I'm going to run out of gas. And eventually, it's go, stop, wait, go, stop, wait. Finally, I got to a ramp, took a ramp, and I found a gas station. But that was the same situation. Can everybody hear me, or are we, because I got a big old error up in front of me, but it looks like we're streaming. So
It does look like it's not saying drop frames.
I don't know what's really happening. It says, Big Car File says all good. I don't know why we got this giant error. Oh, what happened? Oh, what'd you do? Everything went away.
It's working.
Okay, so what'd you do? Because all of a sudden everything up here went crazy.
Sure,
okay,
looks
so
like
can
it's
you,
working.
whatever you did, well, it doesn't look normal. You put up some screen I've never seen. Okay. I don't know what she did. She did something. She's smart.
Now it says excellent.
She's smarter about this than I do. So she went over there poking around, and like all kinds of things come up on the screen that I don't know. So, okay. So everybody says we're good. Tavo says wall to wall and tree top tall. I don't know why we had this big yellow message. Error. I'm like, error? Usually that means it stopped streaming. And I look down there, but it looks like we're streaming. So I don't know. The system saw something. Let's see. Andrew says, Buff, would you ever do a toolbox tour? I like some of the other people do on YouTube. Man, I did that one night and everybody hated it because it was such a mess. Let me get cleaned up after. No Name Nationalist, I had put everything into all these plastic toolboxes. Made my car sit real low in the back. But we took them out, but it's not. Right away, we're using them, so it's not all put away yet. But yeah, maybe we'll do that. Mark Sauvé, incoming old CB jargon. Man, can you believe down there in Australia they say that same stuff? Mark Sauvé, dang it. I was just typing the wall thing. Yep. Well, there's another guy that does lives, 390 Wagon Master. But he took the summer off. So tonight he did his first live for the Kim's got an impact wrench going. I can't talk over it. Oh. One more. One more.
One more rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh, that one wasn't very tight, Yeah. They all were like, and that last one was like, off it came. 2 rat-a-tats instead of 20 rat-a-tats. Zach Labs says, hey, sir, what's up? Good evening. How you doing, Zach Labs? Are you a fan of tool trucks, Andrew Button? Back when I was a professional mechanic, I mostly bought Snap-on tools. And the reason is Snap-on truck comes in, the individual that was my Snap-on rep was a very knowledgeable person. Anything new coming up, he was on top of it all. And he'd warranty stuff that he even knew that I was rough on things. And that was a good thing. I had this giant screwdriver. It was about, God, I don't know, it's huge. Big blade on the end. I broke the tip off. I was prying on a rusty bumper trying to get it off. I busted the tip off. So I went up to the truck with it, and I come walking up there. It's 2 hands holding this big ass screwdriver, and the tip's busted off of it. And he looks down at it and he goes, "What did you do with that?" Because he knew I was going to warranty it. So I know I got to tell the right story. I said there was this big screw, and I grabbed onto it, I was turning, and the end busted off of it. He shakes his head and starts laughing. He goes, "Give me that." And he gave me a new one. He knew I was prying with it. It's like prying with a tip about this long and snapped it off. But that's why I bought Snap-on. He always took care of me, always took care of everything. But now, I still buy a Snap-on tool now and then, usually an eBay, like something from the 50s or 60s, because I like the vintage stuff. But I don't buy Snap-on anymore. I buy this cheap stuff because it works.
And because we don't work in a professional shop that affords us the money.
VW timing size screwdriver. I don't know. Let's see. I'm not keeping up with the chat. Olive says, "Oh, what are we doing tonight?" Kim, what are we doing? I think she's putting these, I don't know, what are they called? What are those things that look like strut rods? Radius arms on the Bronco. She has this one that fell off. That's seen better days. So she bought some new ones, I guess that. Mexican Specs here. Hello. What Roy Korsmeyer says, "You remember the Snap-on rollaway I had in the early 70s? I still have it with the receipts from 71. I do not remember that toolbox." See, Roy was a tow truck driver, but he also worked in it's funny because he worked in this. It was a Exxon station. They'd answer the phone and they go, "University Exxon College Towing, be on our boat sales," and then there was a fourth one, some kind of wheels. And that's how they answered the phone, So Roy worked in there, probably did some mechanical work, but mostly he was tow truck driver. And so I really don't remember that toolbox because I was rarely in that shop. I was in my shop. I called you a lot. People get stuck, and you towed stuff into my shop many times. And his brother Bruce, he was. It's like all three of us. I was always a second out guy, so I drove tow trucks some. But Roy and Bruce, that was their job. They.
I don't think I can get this apart.
You don't think Kim says she can't get it apart. Right, control rod bushings or something. One of those first things my Volvo needed. Yeah, but these are giant. This is one of these twin I-beam things, and they got like radius rods. I don't know. How do you get that out of there, Kim? It looks to me like you would have to put a quarter power and push this thing forward. But you're going to have to put stands under it and let that hang down. You can't. Right now, you have a car. Oh, you have 2 jacks under it. No stands, but 2 jacks.
Well, I'm trying to decide what I need to do next before I set it on with something specific. But I'm looking at it. As far as I can tell, I need to remove the spring, which means I'm going to take the shock off and maybe the thing.
The sway bar.
I don't think I want to do all that.
Well, you mean you don't want to do it all now, or you don't want to do it at all? I mean, you bought the bushings.
Probably never.
We'll make something else out of it.
Yeah, I think that might be what we're doing. I'll just put this part on to replace this.
Oh, on the back? Oh, you're just going to replace half of it? I don't know.
I mean, just replace the half that I need to replace.
I am not keeping up with chat. I'm sorry, everybody. Dean Stevenson's here. Hey, good evening. He says, "I'm feeling cold. I was well treated, just effing cold. Must be the Canucks." Man, they're like way at the opposite end of the world from you. Also, can we see? Yeah, well, maybe Kim will stuff the camera down there. I don't know.
Okay, let me take these gloves off before I touch my expensive camera.
Take the gloves off before she touches the expensive camera. And she has the expensive camera up there.
The expensive one today.
Mexican Spec says the Cold War Motor Live just ended. Oh, okay. And that must have been where he was.
I would want to watch that.
Do the bushings go in the frame or the suspension? Do you know how twin I-beam works? You can see it right there. Going back from the axle. There's I would call it a radius rod. Goes back there and there's a big old bushing on it. So
I'm gonna get it so they can see.
It goes into the frame. The frame holds the the radius rod with the bushing. I don't know what you call it.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna have to get a better light in there, but I think.
Yeah, so you'll get a good view of it here in a minute. Oh, she's moving the camera around. Well, you can see her moving the camera. You can see this big ass camera she's got. And it's like a studio camera. She bought this thing and it was not working well, and there was a lot of
No, it was just a
there was a
matter of
lot of
getting
little adjustments and
set up and
selections and
stuff.
all this, and she got it working really well. But I would have been real frustrated with it. So let's see here. Patrick Sullivan's here. Hey, I'm on a new Walmart tablet. Very different than a laptop. Oh. Let's see, Mohawk. My dad had a 7-tube Regency with 5,000 watt linear going through a 30-foot antenna back in the 60s. He would let me talk to guys in Australia. Man, fun times until the FCC arrived. Well, you know what? It's pretty quiet out right now. I got a Barefoot Mobile with sideband, and here in Tennessee. I was talking at Santa Barbara, California, and then I was talking to
dual cam.
I was talking to I don't know, someplace in the Caribbean pretty easily. Let me see here, dual cam 2. Okay, you're not. Yeah, there. Okay, you see where that bushing is going into the frame? That's the part that's bad.
So
that's where this thing was.
This one would go here.
Okay.
This one is. The problem is this part here. This part here is busted off of this one, but then the one that goes on the other side, that's this one, and this part was completely gone. This part is what's in there. The problem is I have to take this whole arm out of it. That means I take this apart, I take this apart, I take this big bolt out.
Andrew Button says those are the worst to remove. No, it removed itself. But now she's got to get it back far enough to remove the other half.
If I can just put this part on back here, that might be enough. I think it's going to have to be enough. I can't take this all apart tonight. I could always revisit this.
Where is that porta-power? It's over here somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not going to go with the porta-power because it's going to hit the front. Okay. I have to take this off. Because you can't see, but up in there, this big arm that pivots, it's going to hit the cross member on the frame. It's not going to go forward far enough.
Okay. And it's not meant to move
forward. There's a big bolt that goes through here that holds this arm to that arm, and that's how you would get it apart. I don't think I want to. I think we're going to put.
Yeah, well, she's got to take she got to take everything undone, and it's already whatever time it is. It's already 10:52 in the evening, and we're going to be up here a little bit doing a live and messing around, and then we're going to go home.
The other thing is this vehicle isn't fit for the road. It's not roadworthy.
No, it's an on-property.
So
on-property
I don't
vehicle.
think it's worth the investment of effort to do that, to make it so that it runs around it'll run around in the yard fine. I thought that I could fix this better, and it will be better, but.
Yeah, Andrew, that's what he says it needs to be unloaded. That's what she was saying. You got to put a stand under it instead of having a jack under the twin I-beam, and then get the undo the shock, undo the spring, undo all that stuff, drop it down far enough, unload the whole thing. Too bad you couldn't split the bushing. Yeah, we're not, because that's probably ruin it.
Yeah, that'll ruin it.
Get a spring compressor. We got a spring compressor. Yeah, I think if you let it down far enough, it might not need much of that.
If I took the shock off and the sway bar link off, it would go down more. But I don't want to do all that. All that stuff's really rusty, and I think if I start taking it apart, we're going to be into one of those knuckle busting, swear word kind of infested streams. And if I just replace this portion,
the back part,
it will add enough stability that I think for around the yard, it won't matter.
Oxo bases use hockey pucks.
Hockey pucks, no.
Drill holes in hockey pucks.
Maybe.
Yeah, hey, those are nice looking bushings. Oh yeah, those are hockey pucks.
They are nice looking bushings.
Grease belly garage, what's crapping in?
I hate that I have to do, sort of But you have to consider
I
that.
really wish you had a big axle stand under that thing. I know you always feel safe under stuff with jacks, but I don't. I've had a car on top of me once. I had a car on top of me once, and then when that happens, you got to go to the hospital, and you might not make it. I'd rather can't you just put a stand under it?
I will do it for your viewing pleasure.
I was going to take one of those big stands, and then I couldn't find it, and then I forgot to take the small stand. That's a small stand. That's not going to work. That's not enough.
Doesn't even reach.
No, you need the big. Where are the big stands?
Hey, relax.
Where are the big stands? I couldn't find them. I couldn't find them. In the pile. Okay.
Well, I had to get them out of the way. We were tripping over so much stuff.
I know, we're always tripping over stuff. Always tripping over stuff.
Always. I will always love you.
So for those of you that were not at No Name Nationals, you missed a good one. You really missed a good one.
We did our best as a group to document the fun so you could participate as much as you want.
Wow, Mrs. One-Eyed Cat, we lost a Hulk strong fighting cancer. His name was Vito. He was 13 years old and he was a fighter till then.
I'm so sorry.
You know the guy I was telling you about? I talked to my brother, Remember the guy I was telling you about? He was from Mexico. And his parents brought him here when his parents brought him here when he was 2. And he was an illegal. But his parents had died, and he's an adult, and he went through school in the U.S. He's like, so afraid he's going to get thrown out. All he knew, he was from a small town in Mexico. He speaks English, went to school here. And, but he couldn't get an ID. So, he got some kind of tumor in his brain and was having words. What's wrong with me with words? He's having seizures, a lot of seizures.
Ooh.
And there are doctors that knew what the situation was, so they decided they were going to do surgery on him, and they weren't even going to charge him. They were just going to take him in there because he not in the system, So they took care of him. But 6 weeks later, he died. So that guy has died. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Please, that's very sad. Yeah, Tim says, "Fuck, that's the drag racing bug." You know what? I really had fun. And you know what happens as soon as you drag race with a 6-cylinder?
Then you want to go fast.
Crap, you want a V8,
You want to go fast?
So, okay, so we are pointing the camera. And I feel much better because Kim has a big jack stand under it.
Uh-huh. I did that for you. Because you won.
So that guy's name was Raul, and he has died. And so, there's another one. Mohawk says, "It was nice meeting you, Tim." Yeah, Tim was there. Tim was around quite a bit. He was on foot there quite a bit.
He's made some friends at Lambert's.
Oh, man.
And, yeah, he was all about it.
Lambert's, we had fun. Although, we were out there, we spent too long at the car show. So by the time we got up to Lambert's, the line was out the door and down they got a big porch out there. It's way down the porch. Like, oh, man. I think we waited an hour.
I don't know.
And Kim
lost track of time.
Kim had it by then.
I was doing really good. I was talking to Anna from Blue Brick Garage, and I was having a great time, but I ran out of steam.
So here's what happened. Kim sat down, and she goes, "Here, sit down," because she knew I was hurt. My feet were killing me. It's like, I know if I sit down, I'll never get back up. So I stood there, and then when we got called, there were 6 of us, and we went to the table, and Kim barely got the table. She sat down. She goes, "I got to go out the car and rest. I got to go. Well, Anna from Blue Grit went and got, they have these giant cups. They have these giant cups. You get a drink at Lambert's, you get a drink.
I forgot about that, yeah.
So Anna went and got Kim a huge water, and Kim drank about half of it. But Kim says, "I got to go to the car," and I said, "I'm going out there with you." So Kim goes, "No, you can't. You won't make it because I was hurting too. So Anna walked out to the car with her and left Kim out there, and Kim was snoozing across the seat or something for a while.
Yeah, that's
better. And then she felt better and came in. But other than that, we had a really good time at Lambert's, and we sat there with them.
And that wasn't Lambert's fault.
No, it was just too many people.
Yeah.
Too many, all the right people, so we're having fun,
Even though Lambert's knows we're coming, there's just no way for them to be prepared for that.
Mexican Spec says, big drinks, bathroom breaks. You know what? We were so dehydrated.
Dehydrated. That's what really helped was 2 days of just drinking. I finally came around. After
all that, I got back to the hotel, and it's like, I got to pee. And I peed out like a teaspoonful of dark urine. I went, oh, man, there's the problem.
Yeah. Dehydrated.
Dehydrated. I think that's what I said in the hotel. This one-eyed cat, his dad looks like the Hulk, too. Oh, really? See, Andrew Button, I jacked up Mercury Mountaineer with wood one time, and it came off. Scared the hell out of me. Well, you know what she's doing. She's got a jack under the axle.
The jack's just...
And she's got a stand under the frame. The jack's just trying to center up
that. It's lining up the...
She's just trying to center up the bushing. Olive says, I can. Bureaucracy is scary at any given moment. Okay, Stray Bullet. I got to look back, see what Stray Bullet said. I don't know what Stray Bullet said. I don't know. I missed it. Sorry, everybody.
I need more light. I can't see what I'm doing.
Need some light. Where do you get light around here?
I'm going to need the flashlight because there's nothing else to use right now.
Let's grab my flashlight.
Where anything else is.
Dean says it's 16 o'clock here. That would be 4 o'clock to anybody. It doesn't speak 24-hour clock. And I'm bashing a date with Mrs. Ecstasy at the cemetery. Close to the cemetery. Oh yeah, Kim's down there with the light. Or if you're down under, it's a torch. She's down there with her torch. Only in the U.S. are they flashlights. I don't know. Maybe Canada too. I don't know. Okay, for you Canadians that are here, is that a torch or a flashlight, or is it something else? Oh, put the torch in my eye. Tim says Lambert's was great. I got adopted.
Yeah.
Who adopted you?
Oh yeah.
Who adopted him?
If you come, even if you don't got a car, people will welcome you.
Well, you know what? We ended up sitting with, who did we sit with? We sat with Anna. Well, we sat with Blue Grit. Anna.
And
who else was there?
Dr. Go.
Oh, Dr. Go and his wife, Mrs. Go. So yeah, we had a good time. We really had a good time.
You can't ask for better things.
Yeah, Mexican Spec says it's only 9:01 here. Yeah, Mexican Spec and Dean Stevenson, we're not even in the same day. So Olive, you got a year. Get ready to go to No Name Nationals.
Oh, it's
I know. She may not be able to go,
we got invited to go to cruising the coast.
Yeah, we met Mo Parquet, and Mo Parquet has a channel, and she put up a real good video. It was over an hour of just mostly racing and then the award ceremony. And I watched that, and I left her. That was a great video. So Mo Parquet became a friend.
She was super. She brought the good new person energy.
She had the
good. See. Somebody's there.
Who else had a lot of energy? Oh, Tanner, who is vintage in here. Tanner, man, what an energetic young guy he is. Man.
Everybody did, but new people they bring an energy that's.
And then of course,
really good.
Who else is like that? Well, just Mopar Joe. He's full of energy. And
just Mopar Joe is fantastic. That guy.
And then I'm trying to pull up
Jamie from Dead Dodge Garage.
Jamie from Dead. There's another guy that's full of energy.
Wow.
He broke. Transmission. It's a 4-speed. He went down to a 3-speed, but he drove it anyway. And then it went down to a 2-speed. Well, that's not good. So he took his transmission out, scattered it on the ground, figured out what was wrong with it, got it all back together, got it in the car, and he's running, late at night. And he's driving the next day. So, and Tanner was over there helping him. So, and I didn't know that. If I knew that was going on, I would have went over there helping. But I didn't know they were even doing that. So.
Well, you can only do so much without being in the way.
Yep. Stray bullet. At some point, every human needs to take responsibility for themselves. The government's not our mommy. I don't know what that is. Okay, if we're going to get talking about a lot of government stuff, I don't want to talk about. The
government's not my mommy.
Well, most of what the government does, I can't do anything about it. So I try to do what I can do and ignore them. Sometimes that's hard, but I mean, you can sit there and get mad, and then you're just going to be mad all your life. Let's see here. Andrew Button, Jamie had that vertigate set up on the trash can. Jamie had that vertigate set up on the trash can.
Yeah.
The trash truck. Oh, the vertigate. Oh, that's where he was working, was on it. Trash can? I don't know. It was the trash truck, and that was.
No, I think he was maybe calling that part of the trash can.
Oh, he could have been. Yeah, well.
Man, this thing is all covered in all kind of gross stuff. I don't know what stuff.
Let's see here. If you want to get angry, go watch the latest video from Nick. I don't want to get angry. Pitt's here. Hey, how you doing, Pitt? Let's see. I railed against the USPS this week. Like it'll matter. Yeah, I got mad at USPS. During the the period of time that was 2020, 2021, the period of time. Man, it was stuff that took. Somebody sent me a check for a gift, and by the time I got the check, it was 4 months later, and the check had an expiration date on it. It's like, that is too slow. I could have walked from where it came from 10 times. Man. Olive says, we'll stop electing people that sabotage the USPS. Well.
Careful.
All right. Olive, I don't want to get into political stuff, and you're
getting
into the political
stuff. Debate.
And you're getting into the political stuff. So, if you think our vote counts, have at it. Vote for this side way off the left, or this side way off to the right. None of them are any goddamn good. You are the problem if you're voting for one side or the other. You are the problem. Okay? So don't vote for those people. Do not vote for either side.
Easy.
Okay, that's my thing. I get tired of listening to it.
Oh.
Go vote for some grandma down the street that paid her bills on time and got her kids through school and didn't mess up. Of course, she's not going to win. So anyway, okay, I'm off that subject. I said what I needed to say.
You better go. I'm sorry.
What did she say?
She's leaving. You chased her.
Well, good. Bye. Go argue. You love to argue. Go argue somewhere, but don't do it in here. Bye. Good luck. Sorry.
You're not sorry. Don't pretend like you're sorry. You want to chase anybody who's talking politics out of the chair.
That's right. I don't want that. I don't want it here. Let's see. That's what the politicians want. They want us way off on one side, way off on the other side. Keep the public fighting, keep them fighting, but don't let them come after us. It's just like the kings and queens in the Middle Ages. Don't come across the moat. Keep them fighting out there, That's called throwing away your... No, you know what I do? I vote Libertarian, and that's throwing my vote away. But you know what? If I vote for either side, I'm voting for a bunch of bastards, and I don't want to do it.
Oh, my God. There's going to be time to shut the stream.
So Kim wants me to shut the stream off now because it got me wound up.
You're going to get us in trouble.
So.
The only people who are allowed to talk about politics are the politicians. That's
Louis
their
says,
job.
Buff, please calm
very
down.
well.
Buff, please calm down.
They get paid really well to talk about politics.
And
all day.
And if you want that kind of thing, there are places where you can go and you can argue all day. And you will, if you enjoy that, go do it. You know.
You better calm it down. I don't know how else, what we're going to do.
I get out because somebody gets me wound up.
You need to calm it down. And you need to not get all irritated and attack somebody. It's not fair.
Well, I don't want it in here. You can go to Reddit and do that.
All argument all the time. I mean, as soon as we're done here, I'm gonna look at my social media. There's gonna be a million arguments for or against everything. We'll argue the rest of the night about how.
So did we really go to the moon? Stray Bullet says. We left our moon buggy on the moon. You know, they've actually been able to take pictures of the flag, but it's fallen down, and it's had so much sun on it, just a white flag. It's faded. Let's see.
They can get clear enough photography to take pictures of the flag on the moon?
Yeah. Well, we got telescopes in space, so there's no atmosphere blocking anything. They're pretty good.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, I forgot about the telescopes in space. I guess the Chinese, or is it the Chinese or the Japanese?
The Chinese went to the backside of the moon, but they haven't landed people there yet, but they got something there. Also, there's some golf balls in the moon. Yes, that's because Alan Shepard took a golf club and a golf ball. He snuck it in. You know, when you're only going to go to the moon once, they're not going to kick you out because they're not there. You're going to get in trouble when you get back, but so you get in trouble when you get back. Let's see here. Specs and Spec says, I just sent a package to Canada on the 19th that arrived yesterday. 5 days to Canada is a miracle. I can't send packages to the U.S. right now, though. Man, I can't believe you can't send stuff here. When Mexican Spec has sent me stuff in the mail before, and where it gets hung up is it gets hung up in customs. It takes a while to get to customs. But there's tracking that works through Mexico and works into the U.S., and it works. And it does tell me where the packages are. So, and they took longer than I'd like, but it was usually 3, 4, 5 days in customs. So what, you know?
Yeah, I think right now
it's not months. It's a small annoyance.
They're not allowing packages.
Well, I think it's because they don't know how to deal with the tariffs or something.
It's definitely argument.
What is this? Mohawk says words of wisdom for just Mopar Joe. Man who stands on a toilet is high on pot. Man, if he stood on a toilet, that guy's like 6'8" or something. He couldn't stand on a toilet, clobber his head. I want to respond to some of this, but I can't. Then I'll get on another rant.
Better not. I'll just shut it down. I don't want to listen to you yell at me.
Mexican Spec says, Buff, the U.S. is now charging tariffs on every package, big or small. They haven't figured out how to do that. Yeah, that's what I figured. Right. The U.S. is not accepting packages from here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wonderful.
Dysfunction. That's all.
You can't hand it across the border. You can't ship it. You're just stuck. Yeah.
Bad. I can't even figure out how to send it.
So if they're not accepting packages, I guess they're not getting any tariff money.
Total isolation. That's what it's become.
Let's see. They represent the company, so they have to deal with it. I'm on week 3 without my meds. Oh, jeez.
Who's that?
Pitt, what are you doing? Relying on the yeah, I can't pull names or anything. The VA, what are you doing? Relying on the VA? I know a guy that's got transplants. He's got to have his meds, and they're like 3 weeks late all the time. Yeah, that's just unacceptable. You know, yet everybody tells me to go to the VA because I can go to the VA, but do I want to wait 3 weeks late on meds? Do I want all the shitty service? No. So I don't do it.
I gotta turn this game. This camera's making me nuts.
The camera's making you nuts. Okay, you want me to turn that off, or are you just moving it?
I don't know. Let's see what the picture looks like from over here. But I feel like I'm frank.
Mexican Spec says, this is my 3rd live tonight. Well, I know what the second one was, so the first one.
Mexican Spec, if you're tired, we appreciate you.
Well, except we pay him so well, he's got to stay here.
Is that what it is?
Have we paid him yet?
I don't know. Have you made any money helping us, Mexican Spec? I don't think. I think it's just he must.
Andrew, but how was the work? There is a 51 suicide door Mercury original if you want it. Okay, so you can't mail anything to the U.S., but can you ship a car to the U.S. still? I don't know how. I assume that is something they take across. So you don't put it in the mail. You don't put a stamp on it to put it in the mail because it's a car and it's too big. If by meds, I mean, pot is what Pitt says.
What does he say?
So Pitt says, by meds, I mean pot. I go clean from time to time. Next bipolar swing, I'll get some. I'm fine. Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Mohawk says, have a good night, everyone. Thanks for the live, Puff and Kim. Hey, Mohawk, thanks for thanks for everything. I mean, we had a good time at No Name Nationals. Glad to see you there. Mexican Spec, not shipped. Buyer has to cross it, and the tariff is paid to the customs agent. Okay. Yeah, it's like when things ship on a ship. Let's say it comes from some country across where it comes on a ship. The tariff is figured as it goes on the ship, whatever the price is as it goes on the ship, which is probably not bad because there's a lot of markups after that. So we really don't get hit too hard. But somebody like Mexican Spec, that he doesn't put a bunch of stuff wholesale on a ship, ships one big item in. So when it comes across, you got to pay the tariff on the whole price. That hurts. That really hurts. What about buying parts from Canada? Is that all screwed up too? Man, I don't know. The whole thing's so mixed up. Nobody knows what's going on. We all just, every one of us, no matter what country we're from, we got to go for the ride they send us on. And every 2 years we can vote for somebody, and it probably doesn't do any good. Let's see here. Tavo says, I just went to the Australian Post site to have another read of their U.S. delay notice. It's no longer there. So they may have got the tariff payment situation worked out. Well, every other country has tariffs. You would think they'd be able to figure out how to work it out. So they probably did. Mexican Spec says, not with cars, Buff. If I ship a vehicle to the U.S., the buyer would pay the tariff before they could remove it from customs yard. Yes, that's the same way it was when things go on the ship. It's figured as it's loaded on the ship. Well, you don't have a ship, so it's figured when it comes in. Mexican Spec, there are no tariffs between Canada and Mexico. Are you kidding me? Because see, Canada kept, all the way through NAFTA, all the way through the agreement that was after that. Canada hit us with huge tariffs for decades. Whoa, what are you doing, Kim?
Killing hornets. Lots of hornets.
Hornets, killing hornets. Okay, Luis is taking off. Take care, Luis. He's tired. He's tired of me, my rant, probably.
You really went off.
I know. I get tired of somebody's. You know, when you start on politics in here, pretty soon you're going to have everybody hating everybody. Okay, if we talk about cars, that doesn't happen. You know, I don't want to have a giant hate fest in here. As far as I'm concerned, both sides want a hate fest, so both sides can go somewhere else. Let's see. Dean, Luis. Hey, I'm going to give you to the count of 10. Get your ugly, no good keister off my property. What is this? Dean, just so there's no. If you sell something to Canada, there's no tariff on it. Chip, go after sell stuff to Canada. Of course, I don't know how you get it there. You know, you got to. I don't know. Then you got to pay shipping to go around the U.S. I don't know how you do that. How do you sell a car to Canada? I'm not sure how the shipping is on that. Can you drive it through the U.S.? Okay, a Mexican spec says to top it off, the government just put a limit on how much a person can send from their bank account or receive. Which government? The U.S. or Mexico? That is going to radically affect my business. That's terrible.
That's messed up. I'm so sorry, Mexican spec. Shoot. You try and help somebody out.
Straight Bullet says you can just put it on an airplane. Yeah, that shouldn't cost too much. Mexican spec says no tariff. If I sell a car, it gets crossed and shipped to their border, no problem. Okay, so it can go across the U.S. Roy says gotta go. My birthday cake is waiting. Oh, it's your birthday. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Tim says took me 2 days to get home. I've been beat. Yeah, we got home. It took us 1 day, and we had it. So.
I think I killed them all. I think I got about 15 of them black wasps.
You killed 15 wasps by just jumping on them?
Yeah, yep. There's a whole bunch. Come over and look at the carnage.
I don't really want to look at it. Right. Patrick Sullivan, there's a healthy delay between tablet and laptop. Tablet to type on, constantly closing it. Yeah, I've noticed when I'm listening to a live, I'll be on my laptop, but I'll grab a phone and I'll walk somewhere else, like out to the kitchen or something. So I've got the phone so I could stay with the live, and the phone and they both look like they're up, but they're like seconds apart, like 2, 3, 4 seconds apart, and they're not always the same direction apart. So I don't know why that happens. Yeah, there's a delay. Pitt says my little gal was doing a bar hang exercise, and she hung way longer than even the boys, and she never let go till her 9-year-old fingers gave up, and she tore the skin off her little hands. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Oh my goodness, who did that?
This is my little gal. She's 9 years old, hanging on a bar.
Oh my goodness, somebody should have told that girl to stop.
Mexican spec says, I have a guy investing how to get a 2003 Beetle into Canada. Investigating how to do it. Well, good. Let's hope that works out. Tim says, I stayed in Kansas one night. Man, Kansas is like way out there. And that's halfway or something for you. Wow. This is one days to home. I'm not sure. Tim says, I'm sorry to hear that. There wasn't a more state to stop in. What, in Kansas? Kansas is okay. Crap, my brother lives in Kansas. He's in there all the time. Dean Stevenson says, happy birthday, Roy K. He only gets a forward K. He's not like me where he gets a backward K. Patrick Sullivan says there's 30 seconds. Oh, that's a lot. Mine's never that much. This one I catch 2 days for us. Sorry to get home. Pitt says my granddaughter. Oh, I see. Dean Stevenson, Pirates. M-A-R-I-A. Pitt says she's a killer. She just won't give up. Yeah, so she's a motivated person. Point where she hurt her hands, being motivated. That's good to be motivated, not good to hurt your hands. Andrew, the real question is not to know to get a car from point A to point B. The real question is how to get the front bushing in that Bronco strut rod. Yeah, I'm not sure she's staying with that right now. A stray bullet says, I mean, range shipping. There must be some shipping going on between Canada and Mexico. Well, it sounds like you can drive across the U.S. because it's not being imported, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of what it sounds like. Let's see. Mexican spec. Yes, it is done, but the client doesn't want to pull the trigger until he knows what will happen when it gets there. Okay, so when he gets to Canada, he's got to get it registered up there, and he's trying to figure out what the process is on that end. Yeah. Mexican specs. I can't do shipping on a ship. I've been trying to set it up, but I can't find a Mexican customs agent that know their ass from a hole in the ground. And isn't that the way it is? I did this with airplanes for 15 years, and between the U.S. and New Zealand, everything went like clockwork. It was just went easy. There was a tariff or some kind of an import tax in New Zealand, but it wasn't real high, and it went well. It just went well. Other countries like Canada, it did not go well. Mexico, we sold a couple airplanes to Mexico, but we had a dealer in Texas that handled it. So I delivered the airplanes to Texas, and they went into Mexico. I don't know who bought them or anything else. It just worked. So the dealer took care of it. Let's see here. Dean says favoritism sure sucks with the backwards K. Tavo says longer bar, Kim. Oh, I see. I see what she's doing back there.
This is a terrible machine.
It's a terrible machine. Well, it's a Harbor Freight. I bet I bought that thing 30 years ago.
If
you know when I bought that? I bought that when I had the shop in Ohio, which was in, probably 1994, 1995. Yeah, it's 30 years ago I bought that.
Putting some power steering fluid in there and hoping some of the rubber condition help that. Oh, well, I took the weight off. I didn't mean to do that.
So that you want to call it a machine. It's a machine that's 30 years old.
I don't care how old it is.
Yeah, Mexican says we know where that airplane went. But yeah, it's probably somebody that has a lot of money. There were two of them. And you know what I heard? The dealer told me the guy was a farmer. Yeah, I bet he was.
Farmer.
A farmer.
What kind of farmer?
Hey, Mopar K is here.
Hey, Kay. Welcome in.
Hey, some of my best friends.
We talked about you.
I'm up with tummy ache right now. Oh, no. Just got a tummy ache.
I'm sorry you're not feeling well, Kay.
I just saw a video of yours. You're up there dancing on something. And then I left you a note, that long video you put up that was over an hour of a lot of racing and then the award ceremony. I watched that one too. Mexican Spec says, Mopar K, don't play as soon as you left Tony's vintage Tanner can. Okay, Buff. Patrick says, did you pull the valve stem, Kim?
Yeah.
Valve stem's pulled.
Yeah. I'm just working some of this power steering fluid into the rusty sort of thing. I'm hoping that it will help the seat a little better, but I don't.
Well, that thing needs to be bolted down, and we've never bolted it down.
Yeah, it would work if we bolted it down.
Well, you had it bolted to a ramp.
A ramp.
And then you put the tire on the ramp.
Yeah, but we needed the ramp, so it wasn't really a permanent solution.
Pitt says got a 48-inch French cheater, Kim. Well, the thing is, she's already flipping the machine over, so.
Yeah, the problem is that there's no base. It needs to be bolted down or something.
Mopar K says, "Oh, I like Tanner."
Oh yeah.
Everybody likes Tanner. He's a good guy. Good guy.
He's fun. He's very charismatic and likable guy. Likable guy. And he knows it.
Mopar K says, "Yes, I have noted that shorter video is the way to go. Shorts will get you more. They'll get you a lot of views, and they'll probably get you some subs. But they don't pay much. I mean, you know.
And they don't grow your channel the same way.
They don't grow the channel the same way, but they will get you subs.
People watch your shorts, but they don't necessarily."
Andrew Button says, Kim needs some tire spoons.
This is a big
tire. Zach says, "Hey, sorry, I left for a bit. Doing good, sir. You don't have to call me sir. I was enlisted. I was not an officer." Let's see here. Mopar K says, "Get to meet Mexican Spec, the mod boss. Deal, I'll be there Saturday Pacific time."
Oh wait,
so 1 my time Central. Kim is mounting a tire? No, she's trying to dismount a tire.
I'm not trying to dismount it. I'm trying to lubricate the bead with something that will
the bead is
soften the rubber.
The bead is leaking, so she's trying to work something in there.
I'm using some power steering fluid because it has conditioners that will soften the rubber a little bit, and I'm hoping that will make the bead reseal. I don't know. It's probably ghetto shitty.
Oh, it's not really YouTube Shorts, but shorter time on my actual videos. That's what Mopar K says.
It depends on the season. In the winter time, people want stuff that's a half hour, 45 minutes long, so they can just like turn it on their TV, and you'll get lots and lots of view hours. Lots of view hours when you make those kinds of videos. But it has to be entertaining. If you don't have content to make, then it doesn't. There's no point.
Mopar K says, "So 1 hour and 30-minute videos aren't the way to go, I was told." Okay, when I saw that, I didn't want to watch a 1 hour and 30-minute video.
Yeah.
But I kind of like your video, so I clicked on it to see what it was. Well, I saw what it was, and I watched the whole thing. It was worth watching because it was a good video, and it really was it was a lot of racing. Although once in a while there'd be a race coming up and you'd skip to another one. I go, I wanted to see that one. But you covered a lot. It was pretty good.
Event stuff is tough. You're only going to get so much views on event stuff. And it was a very, very well covered event by a lot of people. So you did good.
Yeah, Pitt
you did good, Kay.
Pitt says, "I work for a living." I know what that means. That means he's not a sir. Because that's kind of a joke. If you're enlisted, you go, "No, I'm not a sir. I work for a living." Kim, those machines are tough to work.
Yeah.
Watched Paw do it. You watched Paw do it. Yeah, she had it bolted to a ramp, like to get on a trailer, and it worked pretty good when it was bolted down. But then we needed the ramp, so she unbolted it from the ramp.
And these are the biggest freaking tires you ever saw.
Okay, and Mopar K says, "I remember you, Tim, for sure. I'll never forget you, Tim." Mexican Spec says, "You need to dismount the tire and sand the bead."
I know.
Well,
right.
I know what she's doing. I know what she's doing. She's trying to clean it a little bit.
You're right. This is not going to fix it. But I'm trying anyway. But
hey,
you're right. It's not.
Mexican Spec.
It never does.
Mexican Spec. Can you find Mopar K's channel and put up a link so people can find it easily?
Yeah, she's new. If you guys haven't checked her out, she's
Well, I think Kay, I think you've about doubled your subs just since you went to No Name Nationals. I think you were a little over 1,000. Now you're a little over 2,000. I think that's what it was. I may be wrong.
Hey, I looked at that Cruising the Coast, Kay, and it looks like a super fun event, but it's 8 hours away. Can't do it.
Yeah, I looked where your town is. It's a long.
We
long
just
drive.
got back. We have other things cooking. I don't think we can do it. I would love to. It looks so cool, but like, No.
Andrew Button says, I have a tire shop or 3 near me. They know me because I go there all the time.
I need to find a local tire shop to make friends with. The closest one I found was about a half hour away. I don't want to drag this piece of junk down to them.
Man, this is scrolling by fast. I'm sorry, I'm not catching on. Mexican Spec put that link up, but it's already scrolled almost to the top. So if you want to scroll back and click on there, you can see where Moparquet is.
Thank you, Mexican Spec.
Dr. Goes here. Hey, after watching many no-name national videos, I see we missed a lot. Oh yeah, hey, Dr. Go, I forgot you left before I ran, so I went out there in a couple of practices, and then I ran in the bracket, six-cylinder bracket races. So it was, and the bracket races. I lost every time, but you know what? I had fun.
You learned a lot.
They put me next to the Tesla, you know. So the Tesla.
I told you were going to be a pigeon.
It's like 800 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, something, you know. But what the heck? I'm there, you know. So it's a bracket race. So I kick off, and I'm going. He's got a red light. He hasn't got his green light yet. So I go and go and go. I look up at the mirror. He's still sitting back at the starting line. And I go some more, and I look up there and glance up there, and man, he gets a green light. So here he comes. I'm thinking, I'm gonna beat him because I'm almost to the finish line. He's coming up on me like a fighter jet, you know. So I'm almost to the finish line, and he goes whoop by me. I was going 55 when I went across the line. He was going like, I don't know, 106 or something. So he was flying. But I thought I beat him. So when I come around, I get the yellow slip, and he gets the white one. I'm thinking, I guess he got there first. No, I beat him, but I broke out of my bracket by 1/10 of a second.
I dialed you wrong.
So I lost because I broke out of my bracket. But you know what? It was still really fun. And I didn't want to race that guy. But afterwards, I was really glad I did because it was quite a sight looking in the mirror and seeing that guy coming up on me, and I still beat him across the finish.
Well, now you know what it feels like to be in a slow car against a fast car.
That's about as extreme as it gets with a slow car and a fast car.
As far as safety goes, that Tesla wasn't going to have an accident. It's actually one of the safer. When the drag racer's coming up behind you like that, it's not pleasant. You're like, man.
No, I know. It's like, you know, and the other thing you missed, Dr. Go, I think you weren't there. Levi, you know, Dylan Levi was out there, and he turned a 6:01. He was trying to get into the fives, and then John Wilburn's friend, Ginger, wanted to go for a ride. So they got her all strapped in, helmet on and everything, and there's a passenger seat in Dylan's car. And he went out there, and man, he turned a 585. He was the first one into the fives. So I said, man, you did it. And with a passenger, you need to have a passenger in there every time. And we were kind of laughing about it. So she got a hell of a ride, but Dylan Levi he got into the fives, first one in the fives. So he got that. There was some payola for that, wasn't there?
Wow.
Yeah, there was something. So
Yeah.
see, Andrew says, Buff, you need to get a helmet if you're going to run that car very much. Oh, because mine's so slow, I don't have to have the Snell full face. I got a motorcycle helmet, and as long as you're, I think, 10 seconds or slower, you're good with that helmet.
We might never race that car again.
I may never race that car again, but of course, if I make it faster, yeah, I'm gonna have to get a real helmet.
We have talked a lot about what's coming in the future.
Andrew Button says, "Oh yes, they do, as do other things, especially if you run under 1199." I think it was 10 seconds. I think you can run the. I think you can run the motorcycle. I just read it, and I got quite a bit. I'm not gonna have a car that fast yet, unless I do put a V8 in my car.
Somebody else's
put a V8 in my car or something, which I may do.
We'll see.
Dr. Go says, I saw the video of Levi getting into the five. So cool. Man, I forgot you left as early as you did because you had a family thing to go to. But yeah, you missed a lot of good stuff. But you'll be there next year, I expect. Opar K says, I had a great time in the Chevy. I want to go fast. Pitt says, I spent enough time working out of electric motor wind shops that I kind of love electric hybrid cars. Oh, what did Mopar say? Mopar K said something there. I got to back up.
Mopar K's car was pretty fast.
I got to back up here to what she said something. Mopar K. He seemed like a good dude. I didn't get to talk to him. What was that? Oh, no hate to the guy, but Tesla gets some smack. Yeah. Here's the thing. If he'd come out there and he'd done something to the car, like made it lighter, taken the back seat out, tried to do something to make it a hot rod, he just bought or rented a stock Tesla and came out and run it. It's kind of interesting, but
it's a little trolling.
It's a little bit like everybody else out there. I'm looking at, they built their cars or they took cars and they really made them better. And the Tesla, they just came out there and drove.
It's not a requirement of the event. He has a different kind of car at home, and he brought the Tesla, and
Yeah, Craig May says, that's funny enough, we get in fender benders, but replace the mud guards. Yeah, they're guards. Well, what the heck? What do they call the body shops there? There's a name for that I didn't know what it was. They have it written on the side of the tow trucks that also have a body shop. And it's kind of a strange name for us, but I learned that. Stray Bullet says Buff is going to build a slingshot dragster. No, if I do anything, I'll put a V8 in my car probably, but I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It was fun the way it was, actually,
Well,
I'll tell you what I don't like about my car is like I'm pulling a hill and I want to pass somebody and I step on the gas and it goes like, whoa. It makes a little more noise and it goes, you feel like, I think I feel it accelerating. If I had my old V8 one, I just move the gas a little bit and it'd take off. I kind of miss that. Buddy Carafano says that tire looks worn out. No tread. It is worn out. She got these tires because she wanted the wheels.
Than I thought when I bought them.
She wanted the wheels, but she's just driving it on the grass out here, So it's not like she's going down the road with it. It's okay, It's 4-wheel drive. It goes in the wet grass good, which nothing else does. Everything else gets stuck in the wet grass. So I guess it isn't too bad. Let's see here. Andrew Button says, everybody.
Instead of them tires cost.
Everyone's going to accuse you of sandbagging with a Z if you're not careful.
$250 a piece for these fucking tires. Hardly much range. I don't got money like
Pitt says, I got a 50 horsepower motor that I really want to put on a golf cart. Oh, you could come down there and run against the Cushman. There's a guy with a Cushman with a 440 Chrysler in it. Holy crap. He did like an exhibition run or something. That wasn't serious. Josh Oman, Smash Repair Shop. Oh, yeah, Smash Repairs. That's right. That's something I never heard of. Smash Repair. Smash Repair. Yeah, and Tavo says the same thing. Okay, someone told me that Kim is the lady to teach me how to make the passes. That was me. Kim, I volunteered you for that. Mrs. One-Eyed Cat says the light show was that the burnout was dumb. Yeah, I believe that too. We didn't go. We were tired, and we went. Got something to eat, went to the hotel. We were just beat. And I don't really care that much about a burnout contest. The people just thrashing their cars. The racing to me is really fun. The burnout is like, I can take it or leave it. Dr. Go, I subbed to Mopar K. Don't play. I learned about her channel from the Tech Live. So cool watching her husband and father-in-law remove a gas tank. I learned a lot. Kay has cool stuff and it's real. Yeah, she was there and we met her. Well, Kim met her. I didn't. I said to Kim, my hood was open. I said, there's a woman over there looking under the hood of my car. So Kim went over there and talked to her. Well, I was talking to somebody else. By the time I was ready to go over there, she walked off. So I never met her. But I've been watching her videos. I know who she is. I kind of feel bad I didn't walk over there and say hi.
Who's that?
Mopar K. Because remember I said, there's a woman over there looking at my car, and you walked over there. And then I was still talking to somebody else. You can't talk to everybody, I guess. A lot of people.
And it's not polite to bug people.
Yeah.
Dean
Stevens says 12.4 seconds is a 1938 second quarter mile. That's hardcore. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Mine was 1070 or 1178. What's that quarter mile?
Yeah, Kim did 1178.
I think it was high 17s.
But that's not. It's not really true because it may never go any faster after an 8 mile, or it may keep accelerating. Yeah, you know. Dean Stevenson, loghead power surge, bub. Yeah. You know how to make one of those things go fast? You got to force air down its throat, you know. So I'm not going to do that. Oh, Buff, I know you now, so I watch your stuff. Yeah, I feel like I know you, but I didn't walk over there and talk to you. You know, it's kind of funny. I saw you over there, and you know, first impressions. There's a woman over there looking under the hood of my car and kind of walked around, and I thought, man, she looks kind of professional, like a woman from a bank or something, you know. And so I told Kim about it. Kim walked over there for a while, talked to her, and she disappeared. Well, then I started watching her videos. Well, she's not the woman from the bank. She's a woman that knows how to work on cars. It's like, man, not what I expected. Pretty cool, you know. Let's see. Tim says Walter and Anna did great in the burnout with the 600 Mustang. Well, and Anna had never driven a manual transmission, and Thursday she was kind of driving up and down the return road and learned how to drive the manual. And the next day she was racing the manual transmission. I think that was pretty cool. Let's see, Dean. Oh, it sounds 13.20 to 60 mile per hour. Parquet. Hey, Jack Stans, I remember you well. Well, you know, in that big long video you did, Moparquet, you said to somebody right at the beginning, you said, oh, Buff and Kim. No, I'm sorry, I don't know who they are. And then, of course, later you knew who we were. That was pretty funny. Jack Stans and Center Blocks is here. Good evening. Dr. Go, Buff, your car and mine have almost exact ET times. Really? Yeah, I remember riding with you. We went fast. I don't know, ET might be, but your car was faster. I remember seeing I remember when I rode with you, you were going 59. I remember that. I remember it well because you didn't make it to 60. Well, I didn't even make it to 59. I made it to 55, so we weren't going real fast. Well, Parquet says something with tears. Don't know what that is. Barracuda. In England, they call fenders wings. Yep. Yeah, here it's fenders, wings. What do you call them? Mud guards? Guards? I don't know. Love that. What a compliment. Thank you. Oh, what, that you look like you look like the lady that comes to repossess. Man, I looked over there. It's unusual to see a woman walking around at No Name Nationals by herself, kind of dressed nicely. And I like, man, that woman looks like she's works in a bank or something. She's looking at my engine. She's not looking at the pretty part of the car. She's looking at the engine. And I thought, hey, Kim, there's a woman over there looking at my car. Kim, that is kind of funny. My first impression. Oh, man. But then when I was watching your videos, no, it's not from the bank. It came from the garage. Pitt says, my Mopar 93 Dakota is running like a striped S8 now. But the wipers quit. So, you were having all this trouble with your vehicle. You got it running well. But now the wipers don't work. So now you can't drive it in the rain. Man. Kim's really good at fixing wipers. Okay, Barracuda. I'm not generally very keen on New Zealand movies. Okay, we're talking about movies. Yeah, I don't know shit about movies. Mexican spec. I just put a string on them. Oh, you could put a string like across the wipers and then through the inside, and you could sit there and go like this with the string, a full loop. Dean, it's okay to have principles. Very good. Jack Stanton Center Box. Ryan from 113 Customs posted the slow bike video today. Oh, I got to see that because that was right after the when Tanner and Jamie were playing the guitars, and Kim put that up. It's demonetized, but we didn't get a strike, so we can leave it up there, and everybody can go look at it. And that was and Dutzer just turned the mic on, so we could hear it through the whole complex. I was way up at the other end loading up my car, and I could hear that. I just didn't see it live, but now I see it on the video. It's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, she put that up. Within a minute, I had an email that it was demonetized. Yeah, right. It says this is not a strike. It's only demonetized. All right, that was good. Dean said, so I guess I won't ask Barracuda to cook me some eggs. Don't know. Can you cook eggs on a car? I used to cook potatoes and burritos and things on, where the crossover is on the intake manifold. It's pretty hot there. I always wanted to take headers and weld tubes on there, shove burritos down in there, but I never did it. Hit my poor nephew's truck. He just blew out those plastic bushings. No big. Very good. I bought some car parts from that place in Smash Palace. Smash? Tim says, Buck, did you get that wiper motor out? Oh, sure did. In fact, what time is it? Oh, I didn't put my short up. Ooh, I forgot the next short. I'll put it up. It might be late because I'm in here right now. But, God, I wonder if I can put that up just on my phone. I'm going to try. Well, I don't want to put it up till after midnight because then it doesn't count for tomorrow. So it'll be like 5 minutes before I can do it. Yeah, it was the next, that's like a 3-part, 3 shorts. Yeah, we got it off. Then we had it in here and then installed it. Really demonetized off a short. It was not a short. It was a long form video. And it was like, I don't know what it was, like 15 minutes or something. And it was Jamie and Tanner with their guitars. It's a great video. It's one of the best videos we've done. It's just we're not going to make anything out of it, but that's okay. It's a good video. It'll be there. Oh, Wendy taking off? What did I miss? I guess somebody said later, Wendy. Everybody's saying later, Wendy. I guess I missed it. So take care, Wendy. Dean says you're using wrong social constructs of Campo. Like I said, Josh Holman, it takes some practice to get it right. The right food and the right time. Jack stands at Cinderbox. Dean, we want you to fly over to No Name Nationals next year. Man, it'd be really cool to ship a car over here that you drive on the wrong side. Maybe we can find a right-hand drive car for Dean to drive. What could we find that's right-hand drive? A postal vehicle, a postal Jeep. I've seen a few other right-hand drive cars around here, but not many. But I'm sure he could race down the track driving from the left side of the car. He'd figure it out. Man, I drove in England. It was a little weird, but that's it. I could do it. The only thing in England, I was kind of conscious of it, that if something happened, I'd swerve to the right instead of the left. So I had to think about that a bit. Pull up your shorts, Buff. Yeah. We'll buy a car for me and race it there. Okay, so what happens if I put up the short from my phone? I can put it up from here. I just don't get to put up all my little notes and stuff. Mo Parquet says a Toyota Hilux. It'd be really cool if somebody from down under, Dean or Tavo or somebody would come up here for no name. They would definitely get the award for the longest distance travel. Did they give an award for that this year? Who got the longest?
Jamie got it.
Jamie got it. Jamie got it.
Washington State.
He came from Washington State.
Toad.
Yeah, he was there and he already had the car on the ground. And I said, I didn't see him unload it. I said, wow, look, it's a Dakota. He looked at me, heard that too many times. I said, you drive this thing here? And he goes, hell no. He just laughed at me. I said, oh, okay. That's before I really figured out what the car was. Inspects this. Jack stands at center blocks, factory stick shift, Monte Carlo says. What pictures for Tuesday night? Oh, Kim, what did we say we were doing Tuesday night? I don't think we really came up with a theme, did we? Because Buddy Carfano was asking. And I always know what the theme is. I go to my email and see the pictures that Buddy Carfano sends in. I go, oh yeah, I remember now. And of course he's not sending it in because he doesn't know what it is.
What do you guys? What do they want to do?
Oh, Tavo says there's an AP6 Ute. Is that the 1959 one that's for sale? And a VE station wagon. Yeah, there is a 1959 Chrysler Ute on Marketplace right now. That's like over in South Carolina.
I don't know if this is better, but it's definitely different.
Ron was saying in the beginning, whoever brings MS driver's license gets a T-shirt. I didn't pick up on that. I was the only MS driver license in the pit at the time. Man, there were times he said something, bring up something, and I was like way down somewhere else. And I go, man, I got that in my hand right now, and I just, I didn't.
Roll of duct tape.
A roll of duct tape. There I was with a roll of duct tape in my hand. I was way at the other end of the facility. Mexican Spec he put up, his Instagram. Mexican Spec's Instagram, if you do Instagram, it is the best Instagram site there is. If you like cars, it is by far the best Instagram site out there if you like cars. Oh, God. The number of cars he has for sale on there is just crazy. Yeah, and they're all like interesting stuff.
Oh, that little blue Mustang he had. I just saw short on that.
I wanted that little blue Mustang, but Mustangs go for a lot more than the Fairmont Fox bodies, and they only paid me so much for the Mazda. I just didn't have the money for it. Otherwise, if they'd give me enough money, I would have been down there. I would have been at the Arizona border.
Tim says I've already forgotten half of the people's real names. Tim, I've been going for 4 years and I still don't know most people.
Well, it's like Mo Parquet. What's her name? Mo Parquet. That's her name. Her first name's Mo Parquet. Last name's Kay.
Last name.
And Tavo. I know Tavo's name because he sent me emails and it's on there. But off the top of my head, I can't remember what it is. Although I know it if I thought hard enough. And Mexican Spec. Yeah, I mean, he shipped me stuff. I've sent him money, so I know his real name. But I can't think of it off the top of my head. He's Mexican Spec. Oh, God. And Tim is Tim. Every question then. No, fully into it. I don't know. Barracuda. Every AP6 in my family was a 66 model. Okay, so there's a 59 that I would say looks like a much older Chrysler product, and it's a Ute. Looks like a Chrysler. and it's a right-hand drive Ute,
Crap.
1959 model. I don't know what they call that in down under in Australia. I don't know what they call the 1959 model. It says I want to lick that root beer beetle. Jack stands in center box. Buffalo Campo didn't recognize me by my name or face, but the channel name. I'm like that with everybody. And there were people who walked up to me, and I was embarrassed because I didn't know who they were. Mohawk walked up to me, and I was like talking, and I'm thinking, man, I know this guy. I don't know his name. And he said, I'm Mohawk. I said, oh, man, I'm sorry. I didn't. You know, I know him because I see the back of his car that has Mohawk on it. But,
well, that's what I did at the car show. Walked around the back of people's cars and look at their stickers, see who they were.
Okay.
You need stickers, something.
Kim, let's see. Tavo says AP2 Wayfarer Youth version of the Chrysler Royale, which is heavily facelifted 54, 55 Plymouth. Yeah, it looks like a 56 Plymouth, a US 56 Plymouth in the back. Looks like a Chrysler up front, but it's a 1959 Wayfarer, and it's for sale in South Carolina, I think. It's not perfect. It's got some rusty business on it.
Yeah,
it isn't real bad.
It could be.
You could drive it the way it is, or you could do a lot of work and make it perfect. But it's for sale in the U.S.
It's an older model.
Josh Holman. I always use my real name. I have nothing to hide.
Well, we don't.
I use it. I'm Buffalo Campo, which is really on.
I've had death threats, and I'm fine with people not knowing who I am, or my home address, or any of that.
Kim is Kim, and I don't know. It happens when you're in this kind of business. There's a nutcase now and then.
Yeah, and then there's
and you gotta not have your real name out there so they don't show up to your door.
And there's banking and all that stuff. And if people know your name and they know your address, and then now fraud is the very next step. And there are people who would do it. They say, "Oh, you're famous. You must have money. We're going to defraud you in some way."
Yeah.
And there's people who will copy your try and copy your channel. There's all kinds of reasons why using your factory name is not.
There's a YouTuber that's pretty good sized channel, and there's somebody taking his videos and making them AI so they look like him, and they use different video, and the video they use is just still pictures. He did one on Georgia, the state of Georgia, and word for word it was him, only looked like him, only it was AI, but it was damn close, you couldn't tell. And they had still pictures of the country of Georgia in the background, not the state Georgia, but it was his face and word for word what he said, only an AI voice. And same thumbnail, that's terrible.
Good luck getting it taken down.
And good luck getting it taken down. Let's see. A couple of years ago, a friend had a BG VIP, and he reckoned the engine was a 273. Is that possible? Let's see. Next Hound Dog. Dr. Go. So many good no-name digitals videos. Also saw just Mopar Joe did a cool roll call video.
I was in it, and you were in it too.
Was I? Oh, he was. No, Dr. Bill was in it. Okay, yeah, because I didn't have a Mopar.
That was really cool.
I just feel like I was at a Mopar event without a Mopar. There were a lot of Fords. There were a lot of GM cars, but there were a lot of Mopars.
Oh yeah, it's a Mopar-centric.
So, my name is attached and easily to find, but I prefer Pitt. That's the name Buff used when he was in the porn industry. You're right, you know where that came from, but I wasn't in the porn industry. I just copied the porn industry. Taos says, yeah, Dean's right. It's the last 273, no overlap. Did you see Jamie out there with that Barracuda with the Dodge Dart nose on it, and he's doing wheelies off the line? That thing's a 273. Doing wheelies with a 273. What, Kim?
Do you know where the clip light is?
The clip light?
If you don't know, that's okay.
I do not.
If you know.
I'm kind of looking and I don't see it. Okay, Kim, it's after midnight. I need to put this short up right now. So if I called your car an Oldsmobile because I didn't know. Yeah, okay.
Do you want me to give you a relief break? So
I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it right here.
Are you going up the house?
I was just gonna fake it and do it here. I gotta find the video that I want.
Make it shorter.
I just gotta find it, Kim. I can't see my phone with my glasses on. I just need you to pay attention to chat for a minute.
Okay, well that's you gotta tell me.
While I do whatever I'm doing here. Okay, it's
well,
this
they can't
one,
even
I think.
see me.
Well, you're gonna have to.
I can't hear you making so much
55.
noise.
I'm sorry. I'm doing this.
It's okay to be ornery.
I'm ornery? Yeah, I can be really ornery. And everybody knows how to get me wound up, and I don't want to get wound up, so please don't do that.
I liked your shirt, Tim. That was a good one. Substitutions after the event. Seen some weird stuff. A white BC Valiant Safari wagon with the 318. The Demon was my brother's dream car. Mexican Pit Dog. Thanks for being here, everybody. Oh, we're going into commercials. I'm sorry.
We didn't flick that up.
Didn't get to it in time.
Here's a good title. I'm putting up a short, and the title is Stuck Nuts. There you go.
Okay. What is that one?
Okay, now let's see. Now, how do I make it so it... See, I don't know how to make it go. I may have to run down the house because I'm stupid. I might be able to do it here.
It's uploading. Just give it a second.
Yeah, but I gotta...
Buddy gotta go to bed.
Oh, I don't go to bed.
6 needles. All right, buddy. We'll take it easy. It'll be all right. He's done that. Buddy's done this before.
Yeah, well, it's an hour later where he is, so he's already after 1 o'clock in the morning.
Get some rest. I hope it helps. Felt awkward when I walked up wearing a dress. I was like, maybe not the place. $3 Walmart dress. People like it when you dress nice. I'm working, or else I'd dress a little nicer, but I'm here in the shop working. I ruin everything that I work in the shop. I'm always covered in dirt. Mark Sauvé's going so he can be up early for put his grandson on the bus.
They're all going to leave because I said it's midnight.
No, that's okay. Mark Sauvé gets to put his grandson on the bus. What a blessing.
It's uploading. It's not happening very fast.
We'll set it down.
Probably because I'm in the shop. Well, I don't know what the next step is because I never completed on the phone. I always completed on my laptop. So I'm going to have to kind of pick my way through it.
Tim wants to hire some buddies to get his Demon back on the road. Yeah. I mean, we can't all do every part. Like, I need to get somebody to fix these tires. I can't do it. Dean, you'd look fine in a $3 dress, Dean.
Dean?
It's not the dress, it's the confidence. Tim, if you start now,
factory name.
If you start on the car now, you might have it ready for next year. It takes 2 years, but it depends on how far you're going to tear it apart.
So here's the question I have. I want everybody's opinion. So should I start saving my little bit of money and begging for super chats and stuff, and 2 years from now go with a Ford V8 in my car? Or should I this year just plow through it and stick my Chevy that already have it in my Ford and go to No Name Nationals in 2026 with a V8 or 2027 with a Ford V8? That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Oh, Jack Stands in Cinderblocks is here. I'm sorry I didn't, I really didn't know who you were very well. I know we met in the past, but I figured it out real good. And I watched.
No, don't do that.
I enjoyed getting to know you better. And I paid attention. I watched the video of you racing in the mini bike races, and when he, if you guys didn't know, Jack Stands and Cinderblocks won the slow races, and he's a funny guy, and he was a lot of fun, a really good sport, and yeah, check out his channel and give him some love. And my mini bike broke before I could even. I don't know if anybody saw it, but the flywheel blew up on my mini bike, and when it did it wiped out all the mounts for like the electronics off of the block, and there was no fixing it at the track, so I just called it because we had cars to deal with, so I didn't worry about trying to get another motor.
It's so stupid. I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna log in over here. So we're gonna miss the. Can you just keep going off that screen?
Hippie Long tickets are sold, but we really didn't get most of the people who were there. They knew it was an event, and Dr. Go, I agree that we should leave the Z7 running and work on something that's idle, but we'll see. We're still trying to decide for sure what we're going to be doing. And but Jack Sands and Cinderblocks did a good thing. With if a flywheel would have fixed your bike, I had a spare. Well, they brought me a flywheel, but the problem was we couldn't. We yeah, the electronics were wiped out.
Yeah, where are the problems?
There's no way to fix it. The block is ruined, basically. But that's okay, because I had plenty to do aside from that. I have a video coming out about my mini bike failures very shortly on my channel, but I didn't have a very good wrap-up. I have to record a wrap-up. I should have done that tonight, but I'm working on the Bronco II. Lots to do, lots to do. Jack Stands and Cinderblocks, I hope that you got contact information from 113 Cycles, because he was elected as sort of the organizer for future mini bike races, and it would definitely be good if we all sort of throughout the year coordinated to try and improve that element of the event so that we can bring more people in and make it fun for everyone who wants to participate, because it's fun. I can't do everything though. Trying to take care of him and my stuff and do the mini bike stuff. I'm just trying, I'm trying. Did somebody call out commercials? If you called out a commercial and I didn't see it, make sure you award yourself your duly justified 2 points. Kim needs a flywheel sponsor. Yeah, I should get a billet flywheel and get sponsored by like Go Power Sports or something. The monkey bikes were doing like 56 or 60 miles an hour, and they weren't supposed to. And we're going to have to look at safety and what the rules are and stuff like that. They doubled the the allowed cubic inches or cubic centimeters on those bikes from last year to this year, and they got fast. But they also changed it completely. They changed it from being a pro class where whoever's fastest wins to being bracket class. So it doesn't matter how fast you are. You give them your time and you cut a light and you can still win. And I think that's probably good, because we don't want them to keep going. We don't want them to go any faster than 60 miles an hour. I think we've proven that we can make the mini bikes accelerate quite a bit. So
okay, I got that short up.
Oh, good.
Okay, so now I'm sorry, I had to take a break to do that, but now I'm back up to the screens that we use for the lives, but I got it up. So the people that are asking, if we got the wiper motor thing done, it's step 2, the second part. It's a 3-part thing. It's up. Okay, battery went out. I'm back. Battery went out.
Your phone battery probably died.
Oh, that kind of battery. I'm trying to get back to where we are
Well,
here.
those engines are generally foreign made, and so they're all
Foreign made, because they come from China.
yeah, everyone.
I
But
can't believe that flywheel flew apart.
the quality
Man.
does vary quite a bit. Some of the Chinese clone engines, I've had a couple apart, and they can vary wildly. The Predator engines are better. The castings are nicer, and they're cleaner, and they're better. But they're just little single cylinder power equipment engines, and they're not meant to be wound out like I did on that. It just blew it apart. It's pretty crazy. Jack Stanton said, monkey bikes faster than 45 need motorcycle leathers. Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
they had the timing lights set up so they were 330 feet, which is half of an eighth mile, so 16th of a mile. But they kept running wide open all the way to the end.
The problem is they didn't. There are no
Oh.
lights. The track doesn't have any capabilities to do that.
Well, see, I was
The
up in the
rules
tower.
say they're supposed to.
I was up in the tower and it had a 330 distance
Yeah.
on a screen, so I don't know what that.
I don't
know what that's all
They
about.
didn't have it figured out yet. They're gonna have to work on it. Is all it ends up being.
From Youth Pastor Ryan. I watched the history of Bombardier. Yeah, it might be interesting. And they make all kinds of stuff. I ate Dexter's potato with chili. Hey, I made a short on mine. Last year I tried to plant it and it didn't work. And they put something on them, I guess, so they don't. But this year I came home and I said, I'm hungry. And I made a little potato salad with one potato. And I ate it. It was pretty good. Can you imagine making a one potato salad? A little tiny potato salad.
Mopar K is talking about her dart and her duster. The duster, they've worked hard on it. That might be an interesting thing for you to make videos about. Is working on like learning how to bracket race and sorting out a car. What it takes to learn to do that, and your experience. I don't know though. I don't know if people are interested or not. Do your best, make it fun. We'll try and follow along.
Dean says it has to want to be planted. Yeah, Doug says he thinks that there was something they put on the potatoes so they don't grow. But I've taken other potatoes, big potatoes, and that I let them go too long. They start growing eyes, little sprouts out of them. I just cut the sprouts out, throw them in dirt. Shit, they grew a bunch of potatoes. But I don't know why that those little white potatoes he had didn't do that. I don't know. That's why I ate it this year.
Autographed potato.
There was somebody walking around with one of Doug's potatoes. He's just eating it raw. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember who it was.
I don't know if I want to do that. All right, you are back, right?
I'm back. I could take a break, I suppose.
Well, no, I have stuff I'm supposed to be working. Plus, I never brought any of that stuff in from
The
Jeep.
potato can. Oh yeah, the stuff from the Jeep, like our water and everything.
Yeah.
Dean Stevens says mutant taters from hell. Pitt says my nephew said that he really wants a girlfriend, so I told him to put a tater in his pants. Make sure he puts it in the front. They also grow potatoes in New York and Canada. And Russia. Russia, they have a thing every year they call it, well, during communist times, save the potato, because they're farming. Nobody cares about anything because it was communism. So they take everybody out of schools, all the old ladies, everybody goes out in the fields, and it's a big thing called save the potato. And everybody has to harvest the potatoes. And it's like a big joke. Hippie Long says, Buff, where you live, growing potatoes in barrels works great. That's what those big orange looking kind of pots they have in Arizona. It's like, I don't know if they were like Indian or Mexican or something. These pots people grow plants in. I had several of them, but one of them I cut the eyes out of potatoes and I just threw them in the dirt in there and kept it watered. Man, I had a bunch of potatoes. I was like, hey, look at this. So I thought it was going to be easy, but Dougsters didn't do that. People, that potato eater must have been super gassy. Yeah, I don't know. Doug is from Ohio, I think. Dougster? Dougster's from Michigan. Yeah, then he says Michigan, maybe. Yeah, Ohio or Michigan. It's a Michigan. Pitt says, you got it, Buff. Old joke. Yeah, man, there's sirens outside. See, the main road's out there a ways, but when the sirens go by, you can't hear the traffic until the sirens go by. Then you can hear them because they're loud. Man, there's a bunch of them. Something happened.
Yeah.
This is New Zealand bought, very good, it says New Zealand bought locomotives off China. The government stipulated that there be no asbestos in them. They agreed, but still put asbestos in it. Yeah. Tim says, I buffed the headlights on my truck today. They're really cloudy driving at night to and from north. You know what I do? I sand them like with 600 wet, get them good and dry, and then shoot them with clear lacquer. It's so easy to do. And if you buff them out, they probably look a little better, but man, they turn yellow again. And what I found with the clear lacquer is they'll last 10 years before they start getting cloudy again. And the clear lacquer isn't quite as good, but damn near as good. I did a short on it in 2022. I know where I was. I was in Oregon, and I did a short on how to do that with the spray, and you'll see how good it turned out. I think it turns out good, but a lot less work, and it lasts longer, but doesn't look quite as good as buffing them out. Dr. Go, time for a cold shower. A cold shower? Hot water went out 2 weeks before No Name Nationals. Now we know the priorities. No Name National over hot water. But wanted to go to No Name Nationals instead of pay for fixing hot water. Well, if you stayed in a hotel, you got hot water. Crazy priorities. Still trying to save to fix before winter. Yeah, you go.
Oh man, what's going on?
Yes, Danny Boyd is from Ohio. He is from the southwestern corner of Ohio, and I lived in the northeastern corner.
You need money? What's asking?
Dean Stevenson, Russia needs more kulaks? What are kulaks? I don't know what kulaks are. Big lumpy potato.
Dr. I offered you money for those parts you gave me. You wouldn't take money. If you need money, you let me know.
Man, Dr. Go, there are all these parts there. I'm not really paying attention to what they are. They kind of look like springs. I picked up springs before. They're not very heavy. So it was starting to get dark. I wanted to get loaded up. So I took off, and I went up there. Kim got mad at me because I left because we were doing some other things. But I wanted to get loaded before it got dark on Saturday night. So I went up there, and the springs were on top of my stuff. So I pick up the spring. It's like, they're so heavy, it felt like they're bolted to the ground. It's like, man, these springs are heavy. I moved them over. Kim ended up putting them in her car, bring back home. But, and those springs were heavy. The Camel Idol says potato. Yep. I guess that's why Doug started doing that. Doug's a potato guy. But did you set the short to come out later? No. Let me see what's going on. You don't see a short from me right now? Yeah. Okay. There's a distraction here. I have to find what happened. Mexican spec. Maybe they don't show up in Mexico. Let's see where the error is. Well, Mexican spec, it says right now I have 1.1K views.
On your new video.
So it must be I got over 1,000 views already.
How? You never get that many.
Sometimes. So, well, probably the stupid title I gave it. It says, well, it's going like crazy. It says stuck nuts. And already, since I've already clicked to it, it's got 300 more. It's got 1,400 views on it already.
How does it have that many views? That's crazy.
Because I put a stupid title on it.
That's a stupid title. I don't do that.
Mexican Spec says, I can see other puff. I don't know what that means. Hippie Long says stuck nuts is up.
So it's working.
Yeah, it shows I got 1,400 views on it already. Oh, I looked over there now. It's got 1506 on it. It's going like crazy.
Shoot,
Yeah, it's going like crazy.
Why would it do that?
Because of the title, probably.
Something's broken.
Yeah, 1543 now. 1543 now. Dean Stevens says that's knucking futz.
Is that where you were hitting it with a hammer to get it loose?
Yeah, is the hammeration. The one I gave it hammeration. Josh Holmes says my first camera was a junky potato as well. Let's see here. Dr. Go, the delayed repair is because we are trying to find parts for a product that is no longer made. Isn't that fun? My whole car is like that. Still hopeful to repair instead of replace. Me too. All will work out, but cold showers are not fun.
Oh.
Don't you have like a propane torch you can heat the water on the way up the pipe? Oh, man. Take a bath and fill a bathtub with water from the stove or something. Of course, by the time you carry like buckets from the stove, it'll be cold.
I mean, it'll be better than cold, but it won't be warm.
Mexican Spec says, I am going to start scheduling my shorts this time. You know what I do? I worked around, and what I've done, I'll tell you what I don't know, it's not a secret, is I schedule them for midnight, except like tonight when which is what, 10 o'clock your time? I think. You're on Pacific time? Or are you on Mountain time? I don't remember. So I schedule them for this, except Sunday mornings. I found that doesn't work very well. And I schedule them for about 11:30 in the morning my time on Sunday mornings, and that seems to do better. And then there's the times I forget, and I just put them up whenever I put them up. I got 1,112 on the blue Mustang from yesterday. You know, I haven't seen that one yet. The last one I saw from you was, God, I just watched one from you.
I saw the blue Mustang one.
What was it? Man, a siren's still going out there. Well, we got power. Nobody hit a telephone pole.
It's weird that they're like,
happened.
They're not leaving. Usually they go whipping by and it's gone.
Kim, this one's going like crazy. It's got 2,000 now. It says I have 7.8 times higher than other shorts, and it's only been up for 15 minutes, and I got 2,000. Yeah, it's really good. What was the one I saw of Mexican Specs today? And the thing is, when they pop up for me, they're not always the most recent ones. They just show up, and so I watch them. And I didn't comment on it, but I gave it a thumbs up. It was, I don't remember what it was. It was a YouTube video. Let's see here. Dr. Go's taking off? Oh, all right, man. Take care. Thanks for showing up, and good seeing you there. Hope to see you there next year too. And Tim's taking off too. Oh, everybody's gonna start checking out of here because we're on too late at night.
Can they even see what I'm doing? They're probably looking for it.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't see what's going on because I had the stupid other thing. Well, they see your knee and they see your arm. They don't quite see your crotch. I bet that Leaf turbo blower would give a couple pounds boost. Hey, you know, there was some guy, I think it was, might have been those crazy guys on, what was the show they used to do on the Motor Trend channel? They've all moved over to YouTube now. They supercharged something with leaf blowers, and they got more power out of it, but it was like 1 or 2 horsepower or something. It was almost nothing. Today, a long video came out on the Blue Mustang. See, I didn't see that one.
I saw it.
It was another one. What the hell was it? Oh, it was a Ford carryall that has a 3-door, and you showed that it didn't have a door on the driver's side because the gas filler was there. That's the one I saw today. Jackson Cinderblock says Dougster had a video, and my video had parts of Dougster's issue in it. It hit 3,500. Okay. Yeah, that's probably was a 90 Ford carryall. I don't remember the year, but I remember I had to think about it for a minute to see what it was. We got back to No Name Nationals, and right away my sleep schedule's all screwed up because I was tired as hell. Normally I sleep about 3 or 4 hours at night because I just can't stay asleep. And once I wake up, I can't get back to sleep. So then in the afternoon, I'll put my head back and I'll start falling asleep in front of my computer or something, and I'll lie down and probably get another hour or 2 sleep in the afternoon. But when we were at No Name Nationals, I couldn't do that, so I was just dead tired. Yeah. Dean Stevenson said, "Crotch watch. It's kind of hard to see around corners, Buffalo Campo."
Oh, sorry. I can't see what you guys can see. Do you need me to move the camera?
Oh, there you're sitting up. No, they saw your knee and your arm working, and then you swung around a little bit, so they really couldn't see anything too disgusting. Not that you're disgusting. It's just like they're not supposed to see that part. Not supposed to see that part of people. Mexican Spec says, "I'm tired too." Yeah, you were on what? 3? You've been moderating 3 videos or 3 lives tonight? Kim's taking a big camera under. Going down. She just ran out of cords, so she's stretching the cords around.
I can't see what's visible here. What are we doing? I don't even know what I'm working. Oh,
okay, you're kind of pointing at the bushing right now. I don't know.
The problem is, I'll show them the bushing. Let me show them the bushing that I put in. The bushing.
Oh, you put one in?
Well, I put that bushing in first, and now I'm working on transmission. Here's the bushing.
Oh, it's really dark there, Kim. Oh, you'll bring a light over?
No.
Yeah, it's a dark hole there wherever you're.
No, this light is too bright. Okay, there's the new bushing installed. And now I'm taking.
Man, I really couldn't see what that is. New bushing
now I'm taking
installed.
The transmission. Yeah, this is no good. Just turn this off. There's no way to show this.
Okay, we will go back to the single cam. Well, she shut that camera off anyway.
You cannot see what's going on.
Okay.
And
I see one of these is missing, so you must have installed it. Let's see. I'll be working. Jack Stands says, "I'll be working this weekend unless there is weather." Where are you? I don't really know where you are. If I do a live, it will be last minute. Pitt says, "Miss Kim, Bronco proctologist. Tuesdays at midnight on CBS." No, we don't. We're not on CBS. CBS.
Yeah, maybe not the most glamorous job, huh? Hey, let them know if any of them ever wants to come on before us and stream for a little while, or come on after us and stream for a little while. If they just coordinate, we'll help them get a couple people come over there. We don't always need to be the ones streaming for hours and hours and hours.
Kim, something over there is blinking. What is causing the blinking over there?
This LED light.
Oh, I see, and it's reflecting on something behind the screen. That's really weird. Jack Stan Centerblock says, "I'm currently working in..." Oh, that used to be the abbreviation for Ohio, so I assume you're in Ohio. I remember when the state abbreviation. Oh, O'Neill, Nebraska. Oh, okay. You're in O'Neill, Nebraska. Who's texting me? Mo Parquet, I'm back. I was trying to listen while driving. Well, you can listen while you're driving.
Where are you going, Mo Parquet? Oh, she can't type. She's driving.
Well, she's typing now, so maybe she stopped driving. Or she's got my dream car, which is on the steering wheel, they have buttons to run radios and things. I always thought they should put half the keyboard on each spoke on the steering wheel, and then have a heads up display on the windshield, and then you could text while you're driving. So instead of solving the problem with a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo and fines and all that, you solve it with technology. So you can just go down the road and it's on the windshield. It's focused to infinity, and you can say yes or no, or put a limited number of characters up there so you don't have like a paragraph. But you could just, it'd be so easy. But they don't do that. I ain't been to O'Neill in decades. Played ball tourneys there. I don't know where O'Neill is. Josh, when I'm going on TV is not such a smart bet these days. Rated, yeah, TV's terrible. The only thing that's good about TV is now you can watch YouTube on it. Okay, don't play. Says Jack Stands. Good to have you back. Oh, okay. Or she's texting while driving. Oh, getting the husband food. You went to get the husband food.
Nice.
It's an excuse to drive your car. Kim brings me stuff. We went shopping yesterday, and Kim wasn't feeling good partway through we go to Walmart like once a month.
Panic attack.
We go to Walmart once a month and do it's a little distance to drive. So we do that once a month. Then there's a more local grocery store where we buy vegetables and things that go bad that you can't buy once a month. You got to buy them more often. So we were doing our once a month to Walmart, and Kim started not feeling good. So it was we finished it up early. So today she's going to an appointment, and she was taking a really long time. I'm starting to worry about her, so I called her. She goes, well, I went to Walmart. Basically, she finished the grocery shopping and brought all kinds of good stuff home. It was really nice of her to do that. So, yep.
Oh, and I made taco meat, so we got tacos.
Oh, we've got taco meat in the crock pot. Oh, yes. We're gonna eat well when we go home. Okay, let's see here. I just sit in the back and let my chauffeur drive so I can text. Yeah. Jack Stan says, O'Neill, Nebraska. Oh. Jack Stan says, O'Neill, Nebraska is in north central, 2 hours from South Dakota. North central, okay. The only place I really know in Nebraska, I know everything along I-80, because I used to go back and forth across there. And then, other than that, it's like I know where it looks like Norfolk, but they pronounce it Norfolk, like there's an R in it. Norfolk, Nebraska, because I had friends in Norfolk for a long time, so I used to go there sometimes.
Hey, can you get me a small screwdriver?
A small screwdriver?
Yeah, something little, like a little, like just doesn't have to be anything specific. Just gotta be small.
And yet Alaska has high imprisonment rates. I don't know. Okay, let's see here. We're going to get. Oh man, I've been sitting too long. My legs are. You mean like a little tiny end, or you mean like a little short screwdriver?
A little flat blade screwdriver with like a precision size.
A precision size, okay.
But not like, it doesn't have to be a good one. It could be just a cheap one. I just need to pry with it a little bit.
Oh, this is a tiny thing. I don't know if you should pry with this.
Okay. I don't have to pry hard. I'm
getting you a couple of selections here. So ruin something.
I might ruin it. Ruinage is a possibility.
Ruinage.
It's a distinct possibility.
So I got her.
Three
possibilities.
I wish I could show this because it's actually really interesting. I'm taking this transmission apart. I can't show it.
She's under there taking the transmission apart.
Well, it doesn't shift out at first. So
it doesn't shift out. You don't need to be out of first on the property.
It would be good if it worked.
You got high and low first. I don't know.
I got it in here. I want to see.
Your live stalled at 1.7. My live.
Oh, your.
Or you mean my short? My live. Or from last week. I don't know.
No,
I don't know who's talking to. I don't know who Mexican Specs talking to.
Never do that.
No, the lives always get, afterwards the lives get a couple hundred views. Yeah, people don't like this. I don't think they like to go back and they might look at little parts of the live, but the viewership is not real big. Check stands. It's like hit the nail on the head. It's 2 hours due north of Grand Island, Nebraska. Oh, I know right where Grand Island is. I've been to Grand Island many times. It's not on 80, but it's close to. It's one of those things where you can take a turn off at 80 and it's pretty close. Mexican Spec says my short. Oh, my short has more than that. Okay, here we go again.
That number isn't always accurate.
Yeah, I know they're all goofy. It depends on where you look, but I can look on my my feed that tells me what's going on, and then I can see what's really happening. Manage videos, and I go to shorts, and I go from there to that little thing, analytics. My analytics say 2160 right now, and it's really leveled off. So it's like, yeah, I went up to 2160 installed. So wherever you're looking hasn't caught up to the analytics, which is really normal that happens. Let me see if I go over here and I look at shorts on the channel. Yeah, on the channel it says 1.7, and on the analytics it says 2.2. 2.2. Yeah, I don't know. Just YouTube's goofed up way of doing stuff.
So they use multiple servers.
They use multiple servers. That's right. And then at some point they melt together.
Oh,
I hear juice under there. Is that transmission juice?
That's some kind of juice.
Some kind of juice. That transmission had water in it, so Kim put old motor oil in it, and it drove fine, but it evaporated the water out of it. Now we got to put real transmission fluid in it.
It's got smuts in it.
Much.
See the smuts?
Oh God, what is
it?
You're taking. Oh God. Yeah, we got to get that out of there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that even works.
It doesn't.
Gene Stevenson says 2160.5. Got a half a view from Dean.
Good job, Dean. Thanks.
Patrick Sullivan, I am out. Have fun, kids. What's the next show? Saturday night. We usually do Thursday, Saturday in the shop, and we do Tuesday. Oh, we haven't got a theme for Tuesday yet.
No.
So maybe we'll do.
I thought we came up with a theme.
I don't know. Buddy Carfano didn't know what it was. Did he leave?
About parking lot cars from high school or something.
Oh, that's right. It was Roy Korsmeyer came up with that. Was high school parking lot cars. I don't know. That could be pretty much anything that's older cars. Of course, I guess it depends on when you went to high school. Because my guess is, like Vintage Adventure, did not go to high school when I went to high school. Stray Bullets is slingshot dragsters. They're all going to look the same. Well, parquet. Okay, guys. Good night. If I don't make it home before y'all end. Oh, so you're out. You're not. You made half the trip. Now you got to make the other half of the trip. Okay. Maybe we'll see you. Jack Stan says Grand Island had an awesome shop that had a ton of square body Chevys. They linked my video to their auction when they sold them. Oh, now they're some sort of pot shop. Really? Mexican Spec says, be careful out there, Moparque. I don't know that place. My old man was a service manager at Green Line John Deere there for 20 years. You know what? My first encounter in Grand Island, Nebraska was in, man, it's going to date me really badly. 1973, I left the Air Force Jet Engine School in Rantoul, Illinois, and I bought a 62 Ford Galaxy there that was 11 years old at the time for $200. And they were going to use it in a destruction derby. I got it from the Ford dealer. I talked them out of it, and I bought it. And the front tires were bad, and I put a set of tires on the front, and I had somebody do a wheel alignment on it because the toe was way off. And then I drove it to California because I had orders to be at Travis Air Force Base. So I'm buzzing along at night in going across I-80, and the car started, speed limit 75. It just wouldn't do it. It was like, get up to about 70, 72, and start running terrible. So I got and I was tired. It was dark, so I got a motel room. Got up in the morning, and I drove into Grand Island, Nebraska. There's like a road that goes north from I-80 into Grand Island. And the first gas station I get to, I pull in. This is when gas stations all had shops. And I told the guy what was wrong. He goes, he put it up on the lift, and he unscrews a can from underneath the fuel pump. And there's a filter, and he pulls it up, and I look in there, and it's got like 2 inches of mud in that filter. And he dumps the filter out, cleans out the can, puts a filter in there, screws it back up on there, charges me like $4 or something. Nothing, you know. So I go out there, and then that car go 95 miles an hour. It had a 292 two-barrel last year for the Y block in the cars. And so that was the first time I'd been in Grand Island, Nebraska. As an old guy in a gas station treated me right, you know, and fixed my car. And I was a mechanic at the time, but you know, I'm on the road. But I learned about that. Why didn't you go to the airlines when you got out of the Air Force, Buff? You know, I was so sick of the military, and I was so sick of big airplanes. It's just not where I belong. I always wanted to get on something smaller. I wanted to get on a fighter or a T-38 or something, but I was stuck on these giant airplanes. Didn't want to work in a big city. Didn't want to work on that stuff. So I got back in the automotive business, and I did radiators and air conditioning because that's what. Well, I really wanted a law enforcement job, and I got into that for almost 2 years, and it's political, and you know my feelings about political stuff. It was worse than the Air Force, and God, there were a few cops that were really doing what cops should be doing, but most of them were worse than the criminals. They commit misdemeanors all the time and felonies, and they all covered each other. It's horrible. So I got back in the automotive business with the radiators and the air conditioning because that's what I knew. And then I had a pilot's license by then, and I was the radiator business was changing because all the stuff was coming in from Southeast Asia. At that time, it wasn't China; it was Korea and Singapore mostly. But the prices on those cheap radiators. It was so cheap, I couldn't repair a radiator for what you could buy a cheap one for. So I started building custom radiators for cars with, you know, like Vegas with V8 swaps and all this kind of stuff. And there were people I knew building airplanes who were putting car engines in them. They didn't know what to use for radiators. So I started custom building radiators for aircraft. Well, then I started building airplanes. Then I built an airplane, started going to air shows, and there were guys that liked my stuff I was doing, and a guy hired me to design and build an airplane for him. So I ended up doing airplanes on the you know, sport type aircraft on the civilian side. Well, eventually somebody bought, and I got tired of that. I got tired of being in Northeast Ohio. It's cold up there. But there was a guy who bought one of our airplanes, 2-seat airplane, and they made an unmanned, you know, they made a drone out of it, and I ended up going to work for that guy. And that's how I ended up in Arizona with flight testing. So I ended up working on smaller airplanes. Not quite what I had in mind because I wanted to work on the small jets. But really, the drone thing ended up being the thing. And I was working in the desert doing flight testing. I was pretty happy with that. So, yeah, going to the big airplanes, not really what I wanted to do. just yeah. And you know who I haven't seen in a week or two is a week at least since we got back from No Name Nationals is Inspector Bruce. See, now Inspector Bruce and I did very much the same kind of thing, except he went with the airlines. So he did the airline thing and I didn't. But he's in here a lot. We knew each other back then. Pit Snipe really darn in anything. He's unsung superstar. What's this? Bruce Dern in The Big Love. Chef's Kiss. I don't know what all that's about. Very good. Bruce Dern is a favorite of mine too. I don't know what all that's about.
An actor.
He's an actor.
Big Love was it was like a cable television show, miniseries, one of those things.
Have you ever seen Jim Carrey's Bruce Dern impression? Very funny. No, I wouldn't know what he was doing. Kim, this place, everybody's dropping out of here. Everybody's going. Everybody's leaving. So, well, not everybody, because there's some really cool people still in here, but I'm watching it's about half the number of people that we had before.
Well, I don't think the number, are you enjoying the conversation?
Yeah,
but
I mean,
if you're enjoying the conversation and you're not tired, then go ahead and go.
We're talking about the movie Nebraska, Buff. Oh, I see. There's a movie called Nebraska. Yeah, it's just, we've been on here almost 3 hours, and we always say we're going to do 2, and then we do 3. And
okay. I didn't know it was that late, but
yeah.
Let me show you what I found.
Okay, so what did you? Now we're going to get on the mechanical stuff.
I had to tie this because.
Oh, you want to wear a tie?
No, I don't. Thank you for asking.
We're going to come in here in the shop and wear ties.
I would rock a tie. Everybody would be like, "Wow, that is."
Can put a tie on.
Okay, so this here is the 1-2 shift bucket. Okay. This goes in the side. Okay, fluid goes in there. It pushes it this way. Fluid goes the other way. Pushes it back.
And that was all full of that mud.
It was full of that mud, but also, if you see right there, see a little cut.
Oh, there's a cut in the rubber.
There's a little cut in the rubber. There was some kind of debris in there.
Debris.
I know you could feel, your fingers still work good enough. You could feel
my
right
fingers are fine.
There.
Okay, move your finger. This hand. The left hand shakes a little bit. So if I brace it, I feel there's a rough, it's here.
Yep.
I feel it. There's this thing right here that fits in has a rough spot. It's a little drum. It has a rough spot in there.
Well, there was something in there, and I think it made it stick. But I could pull this off the other transmission that's outside.
You could clean this up. Can you get one of those, or get one of those out of the other transmission?
I'm thinking I'll pull the one off the other transmission tomorrow and see if it's any good. Because this is pretty hard. I feel how hard that rubber is. I don't know if it's supposed to be that hard.
Oh, that is very hard.
Yeah, it's like rock.
It doesn't feel like rubber. It feels like metal.
Yeah, it feels like molded plastic.
Yeah, it feels like molded plastic.
And I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be pretty firm. I don't know these things. But
it says a band piston. Is that a band piston? Does that operate a band, or what does it operate?
It's the 1-2 shift piston, so I don't know. I don't know what it pushes on.
I would think that'd be a band because the clutches are run by big pistons that push the clutches together.
1-2 shift.
I don't know.
I don't know Ford transmissions. Are Ford transmissions anything like
Kudos, Kim. Cheap fix for a fun truck. Had a girl.
Yeah, I want it to shift, but if it doesn't, we'll still be able to use it.
Something that I never met anybody like Kim. Kim will, it doesn't matter what it is, some mechanical or electric thing or electronic, she will dive into it. If she's never seen it before, it doesn't matter. She dives into it, she figures it out, and she fixes it. She got that machine for doing the air conditioning, and we plugged it in, and it, the smoke escaped. The magic smoke escape. So she went into it, and there's a part on the board. The boards are $500. You could still get them, but she went down to the board level and fixed it for cheap. Put it all back together, and it worked. It's like everything she touches is like that. And her channel, Kim Fixes Things. I mean, it couldn't be a better title for her channel. She fixes everything. It's amazing. Guys were building Model Ts wearing suits. Kim's a superstar. I agree.
Oh, thank you guys. You're sweet.
Till she's in a bad mood, then I sort of hide. And then she's okay again. So
I don't even like me when
well, we were in Walmart, and she was just, I could tell she'd had enough. It's time to wrap it up and go home. And we wrapped it up and went home, and she rested, and then she was okay.
the thing that worries me more than anything is how did that debris get in there?
How did the debris get in there? That truck, you know how it got in there. Somebody drove that thing underwater in the mud, and shit got in there.
Well,
Hippie Long says you want dependability in your trans. Well, yeah, I mean, it's an on the property vehicle, so it may shift out at first once in a while. But she's got a high and a low range, and she's running around on the property. So yeah. Pitt says people should hide when I'm unfit for human consumption.
is there something I could soak this in to make it soft again? Power steering fluid or something, or will that just ruin it? I guess in the morning I'll take the side off of the same piece off of the because it's real easy to get to because it's just sitting there.
Do we have any of that power steering fluid that's meant for stop leak power steering fluid?
Yeah.
Well, that softens up seals, and it's power steering fluid and trans fluid are very similar, so that might work.
Yeah, but will it wreck it?
I have an old picture of a crew of painters wearing bow ties. Hey, I worked for a guy in Pennsylvania, and he had a big fab shop. But he was the third generation. The first generation was a little plumbing store. Second generation, his father built it into a huge business. And a third generation, the guy kept the business going. But they had pictures all over the original plumbing shop. And they had like 3-digit phone numbers on the side of their trucks, which were all from the 30s. And the guys all had bow ties on. And they were the plumbers. And they wore bow ties. I thought that was crazy. Pitt says acetone should make it swell. We have acetone here. My grandfather was from that era. He always wore a hat. Yeah, and people wore hats back then. Yeah, bow ties. I remember seeing the pictures of the plumbers with the bow ties.
If I can get a better one of these, I believe this could have been stuck. That could have been why it was never shifting out at first. Because it shifts from forward to reverse just fine. So to me, it's either something in the valve body or something in this. And yeah, I think this is worth trying to fix. Because this is definitely something bogus. We want to get the rest of that guck out of this thing anyways. So.
Guck.
I don't want to have to take.
I've heard all kinds of. What is it? Tony calls it. Gack. Gack. Guck. My mother used to say guck. Guck and mung. I've heard mung.
You say it's worth a shot, and it can't hurt. I mean, it won't destroy it. You don't think? There's no chance.
Well, I would try the. What did I say? The power steering fluid that's supposed to swell seals because that's what it's meant for. But I don't know. You could get brave and use. We got acetone up there. No, I go easy with the acetone until you try the other. I don't know. But that's just me. That's just me. I do what I do. Other people do what they do.
This is pretty scored up. I definitely want to see if the other one is better because I don't care nothing about the other transmission, and it's the same. It's just 2-wheel drive instead of 4-wheel drive. And
yeah.
I don't think it can hurt. Well, it definitely doesn't hurt.
Hippie Long says if it has holes or tears, you'll have to seal them. Yeah, and that one has it. Yeah, I think you're better off taking the other. She's got another transmission outside. She could take the pieces out of it.
I wish I could show this. Like, I could see it. Like, it's damaged.
That's not. Or Stray Bullet says, I always wore a button-up collared shirt when I was a painter years ago. Yeah, people used to dress differently. When I was a kid, we'd go to church every Sunday. Everybody wore suits and ties, and we were little kids, and we had to have our little ties and suits on and everything. And that all kind of went away. I mean, the pastor might wear it out. Stray Bullet says, I thought the tie would be too much. Yeah, I don't like wearing ties around, like a necktie in a shop, that's gonna pull you into some machine. People are lucky that I even bother to put on pants before I go to work. Oh man, God, go to work. Oh, too many sausages around here. I'm probably not supposed to say that. Oh, Moparquet, home soap. Come on, speak. Home safe. She is home safe.
Great.
Brought food to her husband.
Enjoy your food. Speaking of food, I want some of the tacos.
Oh, we've got that taco meat sitting down there in a crock pot. That'll be ready for us. We'll be making tacos tonight. I missed a lot. I heard half. Oh, so you had it running in your car, truck, or whatever you're driving. Pitt says, sad fact, I probably got $3,000 worth of suits in my closet, but haven't seen the light of day in a decade. I used to have things like that. When they'd have I'd put on my suit jacket, and I'd reach inside, and there's something in the pocket, and I'd pull it out, and I'd be at a funeral. That's why I wore them. And there'd be the little card from the last funeral. It's like, yeah, okay. The funeral suit. Man. Parquet. Home soap. Yep. Home soap. Home soap. Did you get something for yourself to eat too? What is that? Oh, it's a big old moth come flying out of the junk pile.
Better than another wasp.
Moparquet says taco in a crock pot. Never heard of it. Oh, it's not taco in a crock pot. It's the taco meat with the what do you call that stuff? The taco seasoning. It's ground meat all in the crock pot. It just sits there and cooks. And now we'll go down there. We'll scoop it out. We'll put the lettuce and whatever we put in the tacos and the taco meat, cheese and everything. But we'll scoop that meat out of the crock pot. Parquet. Oh man, gotta try that Italian sub. Man, I'm getting hungry now. I wasn't hungry till we start. Oh, there, we cleaned that up.
Yeah, but you can see there's
you still got you're doing it with Scotch Brite, and that's not going to do it.
Oh no! If I work to get that out of there,
you got to do it with 400 sandpaper.
No.
You know what? I don't feel that anymore. Oh yeah, there's a spot there.
If I stand until it's gone, there's going to be a big.
Oh, I didn't see it. I just felt it. It scrapes going 90 degrees. Yeah, there are gouges in it. Yep. Probably gonna have to pull one out the other way. It says I spent $1,200 on fitted suit in '03 for a meeting at the Tyson Foods Skunk Works in Fayetteville. Fayetteville where? There's a bunch of Fayettevilles. Well, no parquet. Here's the thing. We went to eat and I totally forgot to get his burger, so I had to go back.
Oh, whoops.
D-Man's here. Buff, Kim, good to see you. Yeah, we're still here, but we're not going to be here much longer. We've been here for over 3 hours. Kim's been working on her Bronco II. She's got the transmission part way apart. And she put one of these in, what do we call that thing? Strut rod or something. I don't know what they call it.
It's a little better.
Pitt says, Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Is that what she said? Fayetteville? Oh, Fayetteville. Yeah, and there's a Fayetteville, North Carolina that I'm real familiar with because that's where Fort Bragg is. They say that you should dress for the job that you want, not the one you have. I think I've seen it all. I saw a girl come to do a job interview. She showed up in a bikini. Maybe she thought the guys would like that. They probably did. And she had a pizza delivered while she was at the interview.
What job was that?
It was a receptionist job at Titan. So she did not get the job. They show up with a pizza during the interview, and she's in a bikini. Well, I never forgot her, but she never got the job. Well, she probably thought that we'd like her and we'd want her to be a receptionist.
Wow.
There was one girl that came in as a receptionist, but you know what? She didn't come as a receptionist. She came in as somebody to work in the office that was higher level than a receptionist. And they hired her, but she was hot looking blonde, and I think that's why they hired her. So she was, I'm not going to tell any names. She went over to the receptionist, who I knew fairly well, a receptionist, nice woman. And the woman that's receptionist told me, she came over there today. She was trying to do some paperwork, and she didn't know how to make capital letters because I wanted her to spell stuff right and use the right grammar, and I was picking at her a bit for not capitalizing at the beginning of sentences and stuff. And she went over to the receptionist trying to ask her how to make capital letters. It's like, how did she didn't know what the shift key was. Like, how did she get this job? Long blonde hair, hot looking babe. She didn't last long. It says, I was an arrogant young prig. I dressed the part. Oh, parquet. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Buff now plays. Young Buff now pays alimony to a pizza eating baking girl. No. I met her one day. Don't remember her name. She was gone. She left. We didn't call her.
That might be.
We didn't call her. She made an impression, but it was probably not the right impression. Not the right impression.
Not the impression we needed from her.
Oh God, it's funny stuff.
Well, we're over 3 hours.
Over 3 hours.
We'll be back Saturday night. So, yeah.
So I don't know. I guess our
we start at 9.
I would
Saturday?
say it's just that Freddie Carfano already left. But I guess we'll bring it up Saturday night. I guess I kind of like what Roy Korsmeyer said. Our theme will be cars in the parking lot at high school, which is kind of, I think, the cars we have today.
Mexican Fest, like, bye. Good night, Mexican
Adios,
Fest.
all.
Thank
I've
you.
been asleep anyway. He's like sitting there with one eye open, trying to stay with it. Okay, so we're out of here.
Thank you, Josh.
Take care,
Thank
everybody.
Thank you, Kay and Hippie Long. We may fix the transmission. Maybe I'll get the parts all assembled and we'll put it together Saturday. Maybe we'll do something else. But let's hope.
Never know.
Let's hope.